Why do you... You are not prepared! You are not! This guy's toast. Leroy! Not prepared!
Welcome, THL, to another episode of Friday Night Fights. I'm joined here with Doctorfeesh. How you doing tonight, Doctorfeesh?
I'm doing great, man. I'm excited. We got some really, really good matches tonight. Looks like we've got 2 Legacy matches and a hero match, which is exciting. We've got our first match of the night coming to you shortly. BrushyTuna versus SirLos. That is Prep is for Rogues Not Pilots versus Dirty Mike and the boys.
Yep.
We got Brushy being Saku's legacy teammate. Saku playing Prep, got his 3-2 win over Lefty, and Ron has a 3-1 lead. Has a 3-1 win over Tony Montana, which means that Prep is for Rogues is up 8-3 on the week.
I know we're up early this week, so
You are up early this week, yes. So Brushy with a win here can seal it for the team, and then next up at 9 p.m. or pretty much about following this match is going to be a gold conference match in Legacy.
well, it's red actually. I put gold by accident, so
Oh, it is red. Okay, red
Yep.
conference match. Sir Finley Squires versus Swallows That Follows. Yes, that would make sense. Hickit versus BillSnyder. That is a 3-seed matchup, and then this one we're about to watch is a 4-seed matchup. Where Brushy, who is way too under PR'd,
as is SirLos. They're
versus
crazy.
SirLos. Yeah.
Crazy understated for a 4 seed. They should be in the 3-2s, but
Yeah,
anyway.
Brushy's really good. And SirLos also pretty good. I have not gotten to face him myself, but
He's a pretty strong player. Always
Yeah.
has been, so.
nice.
So, also, we want to have a special congrats. Thought I'd give our boys Quaz, Sharkbait, and Corridon super congratulations for having some new Bambinos into the world.
Yes.
So, congrats to
Yes.
those folks out there. Happy for you.
Yes,
So-
congratulations to both. To Corden and his wife, and Sharkbait and Quaz.
Yep. And those that didn't know, now you know.
Yeah. We got new THL babies.
We do. So it's new blood, new actual blood
Yeah.
floating into
Yes.
the THL veins here. So,
Mhm.
all right. So we are going to evaluate SirLos and BrushyTuna's lineups here. We got SirLos bringing the Paladin, Priest, Rogue, Warrior. Then we got BrushyTuna bringing a Druid, Rogue, Warlock, and Warrior. Jeez, I couldn't even spit that out.
All
So,
right.
what do you think is the better deck class by look, and what do you think bans will be?
I think, looking at this lineup, I think Brushy's going to ban the Warrior, but it could also be a Rogue ban. It could go either way. I'm going to say it's a Warrior ban for BrushyTuna, and I'm going to say it's a Rogue ban for SirLos here, based on the classes. I don't think we have any news on bans yet.
No, I don't even see SirLos online just yet, but
Yeah, I don't have SirLos added, so I will see when he comes online, very likely.
yeah. Oh, it's supposed to be 8:05 when they come up on. Sorry, that's when Brushy.
Okay. Yeah.
It was 8:05.
And we should also mention that for this match, it's just going to be Saku and I on the cast. But after following his match, BrushyTuna, win or lose, is going to be joining us in the caster. Can be joining us on commentary, casting the next 2 matches that we have. So that's going to be exciting. You get
So
double dose of fish.
and we get some turtle,
Soon.
some turtle that was just freshly defeated, unfortunately.
Oh,
Yeah, he's
did
4.
Did Turtle lose last
I
week?
think they did. Yeah, pretty sure they did. 'Cause
I
they're
don't
4
think
and 1
Turtle
right now.
lost. No, Turtle's 5-0.
Is
Turtle
Turtle
hasn't
5?
lost. Yeah. Turtle won last week. He beat Atomos.
Oh, okay. Where am I looking for stats? I apologize to Turtle. Yeah,
your
'cause
Urmumked.
your Urmumked's
He's
okay.
your Urmumked, who's 4-1. Yeah.
That's where I was getting the stats wrong. Okay,
Yeah.
my bad. My bad for Turtle. So Turtle undefeated right now
Yeah.
versus your kid who's 4 and 1. So they're doing pretty good over there. And ATL is just smoking the competition this season. So
Nice.
yeah, but that's our last last match of the night. So
Oh yeah, that's we're far away from that right now.
kind of off topic
that-
all of a sudden.
Yeah, this match will be that match will be interesting for how it plays out. We obviously will go back to that later.
Yeah. So right now it's go ahead.
Yep. No, you're good.
I was just gonna say right now, while we're waiting for the players to kind of get online, we get Fuel and Buse have yet to play their matches. So Buse is going up against Astral Frog, with a weird lineup. Druid and Mage and Rogue and Warrior, but you don't see the Mage kind of floating around too much.
Yeah, there's a couple people who have brought Mage. Looking down the list here, I think there's 3 Mage brings. No, there's 4 Mage brings in the Red Conference. The other ones being Kalis Luna, who is subbing in for Murgle Reborn.
Mm-hmm.
You got Debs bringing it, and you have Astral Frog, and lastly Irving from Take It as Punchers has brought it. All right, there's the ad from SirLos. He is online, so these players will very shortly, very likely, be getting into their ban phase, and then we'll get to get the information, the news on the bans.
Jeez, I don't even see SirLos on here.
No.
Where are you, man?
I don't think he might not be on Hearthstone, but he did add me.
Okay.
Yeah, he's in the app.
Yeah.
Maybe now he's gone onto Hearthstone. Yeah. He's just logging in now, so it will not be that much longer, everybody.
No, we were supposed to be starting just a little bit past 8 o'clock Eastern.
Yeah. It's all good.
Just running up on that now, so
cool.
Sorry for the delay. So what was what's your week been like this week?
My week's been good. I've had a good Hearthstone week. Been testing out a bunch of, been deck testing, seeing what based on the classes I've brought, kind of just figuring out what version of the decks I want to bring to my matches. That's always the fun part with either a new expansion or a new mini set coming in, or the new edition of a mini set. I know last year we had Galakrond's Awakening. I was not playing THL or Hearthstone back then, so I don't exactly know how. This is kind of my first experience with that, but every expansion is fun to do deck testing and everything.
That's right. Yeah, so get to see where you fall, and
yeah.
With me, with the mini set coming out on last Wednesday, Thursday. I played my match before the mini set dropped, so I didn't have a chance to get the full effect of how the mini set worked for me. But I ended up this week getting a win versus Lefty. So
nice.
Surprised him with a couple decks that he wasn't expecting. So
that's good.
And he brought that filthy priest.
yeah. So, man. He brought Shaman.
Yeah.
That's a really rare bring. There's not like I think my guess is if I'm seeing a shaman being brought, it's likely like at that point it just feels like it's a rollover. Like they just forgot to submit classes. If I see a shaman, but there are shamans that are good.
Yeah.
I faced a spell damage burn shaman on ladder earlier today. I did not have a fun time at all. All right, let's see if these players are all right. We got them. We got Brushy and SirLos both hanging in the menu.
Yep. So
guessing soon they'll be going into
Brushy was just updating me that that SirLos was having some trouble logging in.
That happens. We hopefully get that sorted out soon enough.
Excuse me.
No, you're good. All right.
So while we're waiting, clarity with the Tinder ad advertisement there on our chat. Sorry, I don't think THL does Tinder yet, but we're probably getting there sometime soon. So,
yep, maybe
be on the lookout for the advertisement at the bottom of your screen in Twitch. Not really. So we're still waiting for SirLos and Brushy to get matched up and let us know bands, and then we'll rock and roll. Cool. So you can enjoy the stream. Trying to think of anything else that was coming up this week. Don't know if there's going to be any Saturday shows, but there's some talk of Saturday night for Salty Saturday. I think there was a match between Heatshock and Lotus Knight, so that might come up depending on time. So it could be a 9:00 p.m. Eastern show. So keep your eyes peeled for the announcements there in THL content. So
yeah, and I know that Schoolstone has some matches this week. We have a couple matches tomorrow, starting at 3 p.m.
That's right.
I'm gonna be the op, and for the first match, it's gonna be Marty B and myself as the casters. Got Agent PWE versus Nails. That is Legacy Gold Conference, Golden Common, by the way, versus ATL. Always top deck lethal. Followed by a wild match that's going to be casted by Jailstorm and Memnarch.
Mm-hmm.
Two people who know way more about Wild than I do, which is awesome. You got Marty B from F12 Radiant versus 6J from Everyone's a Winner. That series is that is like probably my overall like series of the week. Would be this series. We did see a match in that from yesterday, I believe. Neji versus Absolute, which was a fantastic match. Went all the way with Neji taking the victory. So
Neji collecting. Oh, looks like Brushy's preparing to battle Friend, so it shouldn't be too much longer.
Nice. We'll get our bands.
Let me know them bands. All right. I'll make sure Hickit and
Hickit and BillSnyder.
Yeah, Bill's. Oh. All right. So Brushy's trying to get us some bands here, so should be running here shortly.
Sounds good.
So what is the speed runs that you do for some of our viewers out there that might not know what your speed runs are all about?
Oh wow! I did not expect to be asked about my speed runs.
Hey man, while we're filling in, we're just filling the gas. Yeah.
All right, so I mainly do speed runs of racing games.
Okay.
So I have, and they're all for the N64. They're all pretty old, from like 96 and 97. It's funny that there's actually players in THL who probably weren't born when these games came out in THL, but that's pretty fun. I enjoy. I have Wave Race 64 and Diddy Kong Racing. They have their own unique playstyle and everything, and I've been doing them for quite a while, for a few years. It's just been pretty good.
What got you into it? Just because of the...
I needed essentially, I turned to speedrunning to get away from competitive games for a while, because I was really having some like, actual life issues with playing it, where I just it was bad. Very, very angry at things. And
Gotcha.
I just decided to step away from that and find something that I could do that would be, less tense.
Yeah.
And
Understandable.
just I could do and just have some fun with it, and that's what kind of happened out of it.
Okay.
So yeah, and now after taking a probably about a year's break from Hearthstone, I came back during Ashes, and that's where I found THL through Amberflight Gaming, and yep.
Very good.
Here we are.
And now you're helping out with content, and Brushy just let me know about bands as well. So we have BrushyTuna's Rogue band,
That's what I thought.
and SirLos's Warriors band, like you thought as well. So, so now that we are ready to rumble, I'm just going to get the players ready to go. So you have SirLos going to be on the bottom, which is first to spectate for our casters. That's me and you.
Yes.
That's you and me.
Yes.
Me and you.
Heck yes.
And then we have BrushyTuna will be at the top of your screen. Right. And if you want to tell the viewers what format this is for Legacy Series, I will let the players know.
All right, this is obviously obviously Legacy Series. This is a Conquest style best of 5 closed deck list. So the only thing that these players know is the classes that their opponent has brought in, not the decks. And so in Conquest format, if a deck wins, it gets through. You can no longer play it. And if you lose, then you can obviously bring the deck back. The idea is that you have to win with every single deck to win a Conquest style match. And I love this. I think Conquest is my favorite format after having played quite a bit of Last Hero Standing this season.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Conquest myself, so.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't mind the change up of the Last Hero Standing either. So
no, I don't mind it. It's just I'm not used to it.
Yep. Okay.
Right.
Now we have Rogue for SirLos, which looks like it's going to be the.
Looks like a secret rogue.
Secret rogue? Okay, I was trying to determine. Yep. Yeah, Dirty Tricks kind of sets the tone for that, and then Brushy's got the lovely ramping druid. Yeah,
it looks like kind of similar to what Isocles brought to his match against Brushy.
Yeah.
Or no, his match against Ron. My apologies. Yeah, Isocles versus Ron on Tuesday night.
Brushy would curse you up and down right now, calling him, comparing him to Ron.
Oh, he would. Yes, I know.
Wow, that's an awesome card there to kick out.
All right, we got a battle of two. We got a battle of a current Dirty Mike and the Boys player versus a former Dirty Mike and the Boys player. So we will see some nice emotes back and forth. They are very friendly. Yeah. Sure, they're all friendly emotes.
They are actually good friends in real life, so it's
yeah.
So that's where it all comes in.
Yeah, Brushy being one of the the actual Atlanta ATL players.
I will be your death.
So be prepared to be deafened by all the all the emotes.
Thank you.
Yeah, so looking at the hands, Umbral Owl and Anubis at the Umbral Owl is not really getting much from this because Brushy doesn't really have a lot that he wants to be playing. However, we're gonna get to see the first secret come down from SirLos. He's gonna pick the Redemption, so that way he can play it next turn, and that way this Hanard lives. Could happen. However, Brushy has decided to use the Lightning Bloom, get the Owl out, and remove the threat. But the threat's
Plagiarize.
Now plagiarize and a lightning bloom go into the hand of SirLos, and that Umbral Owl costs less than it would for Brushy because he's not played as many spells. So I believe we're gonna see.
Thank you.
I think we might see Lightning Bloom Jandis.
Yeah, I think so.
What makes
Yep, that is a Jandis Barrock coming down on the board. Can also see a Redemption or even just a second Pharaoh Cat here as well.
Second Pharaoh Cat would be good. Maybe even put a redeem friendly would be cool because that would refresh number the vulture.
Oh, alright, I like it. He's gonna play a clear.
There you go.
That's a good play. Keep the lake because the Lake Thresher is a decent threat.
It is, yeah.
But we do have a corrupted Dreaming Drake, which will be 3 mana 5/6 taunt minion. Dreaming Drake.
Some
Really cool in its corrupted form.
Yeah, if it was golden, it'd probably be even cooler, right? So
Oh yeah.
I'm a big dragon fan. So
Oh yeah. Dragons are fantastic. And we're gonna see the Jandis get Shadow Step back to hand. Backstab, and the minion will be removed by a 0 mana Umbral Owl.
Yep.
Coming out of SirLos' hand. That's a good brush minion play. And Starving Buzzard actually getting
some damage
use
in.
out of it.
Yep.
Yeah. And either there is another beast in the hand of SirLos if he can that can survive a couple of turns.
There's something that Brushy was looking for.
Oh yeah, Solar Eclipse for Overgrowth. He goes straight to 10 mana.
Yep.
Yep.
But this is a lot of damage coming down.
Yeah, I mean,
Does he Jandis here? Nope. Because he could probably, stunner it back if he needs to.
he would be board locked if he could not. He's just gonna board lock himself here doing this. However, there is a taunt minion that was achieved, or that was from this, so that's pretty good. It protects the other minions. Brushy's gonna opt to, or SirLos is, sorry, I'm getting my people mixed up. SirLos,
One and the same. That's all.
SirLos is gonna keep the mana. Gonna try and keep the Mana Weaver alive, the Worm Weaver alive. Get a couple of Mana Worms out of here. However, we're gonna see an arrow. I believe we're gonna see a Runic Carvings come out. Brushy's gonna opt to do it with Brush, so it'll trigger twice, so full board of Rushers. Aeroponics to draw.
I will be your
Guess the weight being one of the cards really nice.
That's too funny.
Gonna pick up more because you got a 4, so he's gonna. Brushy says my curve is higher. See if he gets it. He does. It's an Emerald Drake. This is really good here for Brushy. He gets to clear a lot of the big threats off the board. The only thing that really stays is the Worm Weaver, which can trigger, and with how much, with like the amount of spells that are in SirLos' deck, it can get some good use with the Mana Worms. And there will not be much of a response from Brushy here, especially with this Winged Guardian. I mean, we do see that
Yeah, he's got to take the Draconoid.
the Breath of Dreams, but Brushy's just gonna try and survive on taunt minions.
No, it's just stunnered in.
But it's a stunner and a lethal, so
Prep.
I am
There you go.
okay. I was gonna say I'm surprised that we're not just gonna see.
I think
But I think
we're just. He's gonna troll.
he's gonna
troll Brushy.
Drag this out.
Yeah.
He's gonna drag this out. All right, I see it.
I will be your death.
Way to go, SirLos, with the little.
Yeah, had to throw the prep in there because prep is for rogues, not pirates.
That's right. Well, round 1 goes to SirLos
Yeah.
in a emote battle.
Yeah. Brushy didn't quite get the ramp that he was looking for. You really want an early Breath of Dreams in those matchups with that specific like dragon spell druid deck.
Yeah.
Like if it works out, that deck is extremely powerful. You can make some really big boards.
All right.
And depending on what type of paladin this could be really interesting. Oh, okay, this is ramp paladin for SirLos. This type of deck that Brushy has does quite fine into pretty fine into the deck that SirLos has brought. So this will be really interesting. Ooh, we have Happy New Year.
Yeah, I just noticed that.
Up now, I haven't greeted anybody since playing today, so maybe I have to try actually being emotive towards my opponents to get to learn these things. But that red scale, but obviously the armor vendor gives it away. But Brushy's got the ramp. He doesn't even necessarily need to kill the reds. He doesn't necessarily need the ramp that the paladin wants. And unless Brushy kind of just avoids it. I mean, Brushy can just kind of avoid attacking the red scale and bringing out the Nozdormu, which would leave SirLos to have to kind of curve out on his own.
Mm-hmm.
Good news is that there isn't for Brushy. That there is he doesn't know that there's no Allura, but if there was an Allura in hand, I mean, there would just be a tip the scales this turn. So he's gonna get to clear and get the Nozdormu this turn, and very likely play it. But that allows Brushy to play Solar Eclipse and Cenarian Ward next turn, and just build a big board. And he's very likely to get minions that are fine against 8/8s.
Right.
And this is fine though because he does have a tip the scales in hand, so that is kind of what he's looking for. Solar plus Cenarian is 16 armor and 2/8 minions. Oh, that's kind of not. Those are kind of duds from Brushy that he got. A Lucent Bark and a Supreme Abyssal.
Yeah.
Supreme Abyssal can't attack face.
So
fortunately,
Colossus.
Fortunately, the Scrapyard Colossus now can't get dealt with because Brushy doesn't really run healing in his deck. But this is gonna get out of hand pretty fast. The Carnival Clowns are gonna come to town once this board gets cleared off, or maybe even before, just to put all the taunts in the way. I think this could be this could end up being pretty quick for
Brushy.
For SirLos here potentially.
Yeah.
But Brushy's not out of it. If it's just gonna determine when SirLos wants to go in with a tip the scales, or if he might want to play Allura and go for the Allura coin for the tip the scales instead of pulling it from the hand. Either way, this deck isn't really built that do more than one tip the scales. It's just there for consistency's sake. Oh, a Shield of Honor. That's really nice. He doesn't necessarily have to deal with he didn't have to deal with it with the defensive minion. He could have potentially just played it and traded off with the Divine Shield, but maybe he wants to hold it because he knows it's gonna live. Hold it for next turn, just kind of protect everything. But now we're
Shield of Honor. Yep.
Putting the Shield of Honor on now. I don't mind this because it's still gonna live. I would debate the debate is going to be Crab Rider versus either Felfin or Hero Power. Furious Felfin gets played. It's more attack on the board.
Yep.
Brushy's Nature Studies. None of those are that great, but guess the weight can be pretty okay. You can dig and look for something like Ysera.
Yep. Which found a good card, but not ideal.
Drake will.
Oh, that was weird.
Drake won't do a whole lot here, but it's a taunt in the way. I think Brushy's gonna have to trade this 12/5 into the 7/2.
Yeah. What was that card that popped up? Because for me on my screen it came up with just the card back itself.
Lunar Eclipse.
Okay.
That sometimes happens. But but it wasn't the last time that we saw that it was Aranasi Broodmother being the card that was giving trouble. He's actually just gonna trade everything off here. Brushy playing is really smart. He's gonna take 11 because he has so much armor. However, he is about to get a Rude Awakening in the form of Carnival Clowns
Or
Scales.
Tip the
Either
Scales
one.
is probably going to be.
No hesitation. Tip the Scales. Still
Look at
has
that.
room on the board to play a second Crab Rider as well. So Brushy's completely on the back foot here now. His deck does not have clear for this. He would have to go for a he'd have to get 2 Starfires or whatever that specific one is. That's the either deal 5 or
Right.
deal 2 to all.
Yeah, the
I know
Starfire.
There's two of there's Starfire. I think there's Starfall.
That's I think that's what it is. Starfall. Sorry, my bad.
Okay, yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but I think he knows.
This.
Brushy knows he's done for. I mean, just alone from those two, from the Crab Riders, it's just so much damage.
Yep. SirLos just playing
Going
with
through the
him.
emotions of doing it. Yep. That's a 2-0. The Ramp Paladin getting through, and Brushy has yet to win with this Druid. Oh, let's see what deck is remaining right now. Brushy has his Druid, his Rogue, and
Priest.
his Warlock.
Yep.
While SirLos has to win with the Priest. All right, so Brushy having the Druid, Warlock, and Warrior. I think Brushy's going to come out with the Warlock here. I think he should come out with the Warlock because it's got a good matchup into the Priest.
And that's what happens.
And then from there, he can come back out maybe with the Druid. It just depends on it's like the Priest. We see what type of deck this looks like with a Time Rip and an Elucia. I haven't seen Time Rip in a deck in quite a while. It just looks like a Galakron Warlock.
It is, yeah.
Galakron Priest.
It's control-y.
Control. It's got a Cthulhu. It's got Time Rip. It's looking like, kind of looks like a Galakron. Meanwhile, we see Brushy's list. He's got a Galakron Warlock. This is pretty thing. Wow. Early Ticketus. That is very clutch. In the Elucia from SirLos, he put the Elucia back in his deck, saying that he'll be able to draw it later. Ooh, he obviously knows what deck it is. SirLos getting a Dragon Blight Cultist, which is really great because it's another Invoke on his Ticketus, and he could just play it now. Or sorry, an Invoke on his Galakron. I'm so bad at today with this. But the Insight at this point also gets corrupted. However, it is just a 1/1 because it's a different Galakron effect. But nonetheless, it's still a card out there. It's gonna get to trade with the 3/1. And now SirLos can play Palm Reading and discount his Insight in his other cards in his deck.
Shadow Word Ruin might be good, knowing that he's going up against.
Yeah, I think you can go for either Ruin or Renew here. Renew is obvious is fine. It's more spell cycle, so he can go for that. I definitely like this Insight play here.
Yeah.
I definitely like it. He can just play something that doesn't essentially put a card in his hand for this, and then he'll be fine. He won't overdraw. I think if he's gonna do anything, he might want to pick the Fairy Dragon and coin it out here, but he doesn't. He's gonna have to just coin. He can't. He shouldn't mill here at all. He's gonna play Renew and hope to get a spell that he can play, but I think coin Forbidden Words is fine. I might have wanted to save the Forbidden Words for later. It just discard the coin.
Does it just get it out of hand, or? I don't know what the thought process of that.
Yeah, I have a little insight from BrushyTuna. The golden Ticketus, just for me.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Thank you, Brushy. Ticketus is my my favorite card from this expansion. From the large expansion is Ticketus. I love it. But he drew it so early, and Brushy has just easy ways to get these cards corrupted. He drew Cascading, and he's immediately gonna be able to corrupt it. This is this matchup is just so brutal for Priest because they can't always just keep up with the sheer with like single target. Like if they try to create a board, there's Plague of Flames. If and if they think they're going to be able to play stuff, but the Lucia, fortunately, is in hand and costing only 1 mana. So,
I think they're waiting for like a ticketus turn.
So what's going to happen here is once this Gala or once this Tiamat comes down, is I think. See, the weird thing about this is even if he gets the Ticketus, what he should have did is played it last turn. That way, when you play the Ticketus, or no, you couldn't have played it last turn. But
nope.
If he could have played the Ticketus, then he would have been able to mill Brushy's deck. But now Ticketus is corrupted, so it will still corrupt SirLos's deck technically. So Lucia will not be played for that, but Lucia will be played for other things potentially. It's just this deck creates so many problems with playing Mind Render or Lucia. But we're gonna get a Soul Mirror here to clear up a good chunk of the board here. We're still gonna see two Tiamat staring at each other, so we're gonna get a wave of apathy from SirLos to maybe Brushy's only have one attack. But I think from Brushy there's potential to not necessarily have to play the Cascade, to not necessarily have to play the Ticketus, but I think we're gonna.
I was gonna say he should, if he's got a good read.
Yeah, Time Rip, Hysteria.
Good. Nope, there's a good one.
Apathy.
Not fab.
Penance. All of those were very good mills. They weren't the absolute best, but they were all really good. And I really like the use of the Plague of Flames to remove the minion. So yeah, Natalie Celine being hard run in the deck. No, sorry, Natalie Celine being generated by Galakron. I did not check what was generated. It looks like there's a shadow figure, which I assume is created by Galakron. I wonder if he's just gonna drop the. He keeps hovering that Galakron like he's gonna play, but the Worshipper there is definitely a good play.
I think he's
he's gonna
cheap.
go wide on board. He's just gonna try and go wide, pretty wide here on board, and force the Priest to decide what to do. But 2 double renew in hand is really good.
Ooh, Holy Ripple.
Holy Ripper deals with the board pretty well. Brings Natalie Celine back up to full health. Might just also play the second renew just for the heck of it.
Ooh, Psychic Split, be good.
Psych Split, Breath, and Holy Ripple. I quite like one of the 2 clear cards. I know Psych Split's good. That just depends on if Priest can actually stick a minion this game. So I'm a bit more looking at.
No, he picks it.
He does pick the Psych Split. Okay.
No, because he already had Holy Ripple in his hand, so he could just.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. He has Natalie Celine on the board, so you just create a second one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is actually
ugly.
This is actually a bit rough.
18 damage on board.
However, there is a Cascading. Cascading is going to come out here. It's going to clear both minions, so Brushy won't have to deal too badly with it. But also, Galakron is fully invoked.
Yeah.
Which cannot come down this turn if you play Cascading Disasters, which is exactly what I think Brushy should play this turn. Also has to determine what to play with it. Could also go for a Hysteria play here. That works as well.
Double. Bump.
It won't clear the minion out completely, but then you devoted Maniac, and then he just plays the Soul Sure. Okay. I like it. Brushy can't necessarily afford to tap too much in this matchup, but it's not the end of the world. Ooh, there's one of the pieces of Cthulhu coming in. We got an Auspicious Spirit as well as a big ol' Whelp in hand. Draws Plague of Death. Yeah, this is full control. Skelly Dragon.
Wow.
Nice. Pretty nice here. There.
Does he get the
sure.
Does he get the Galakron out of this Thought Steal?
Oh, That would no, it would be from his deck.
Oh, deck.
There's no he
Okay.
would need to get mind vision. Yeah, it would need to be a mind vision. Gets a Nozari, so if he gets really low,
Ooh.
he could just try and set both players up back to 30. And Brushy's healing off his he's got some nice heals. There's no perhaps easy clean way to deal with this board, so maybe you have to play cascading here. Opting for a tap finds Sociologist Militia with what looks like 3 soul frags in deck, which would be able to clear the 4 or 9, but you don't really want to do that right now. You can just clear it out cleanly with a good play there. You got Yashiraj in hand, which allows for another Ticketus, and that Ticketus perhaps needs to be considered decently soon here. Even though it can get killed off completely, it doesn't necessarily matter. Ticketus can wipe a lot of the board off, but we're just going to see a Soul Shear and neither Militia or Galakron. Alright, 5 ones coming in there. The Heart of Cthulhu being played quite good, but I don't think we're that far off of SirLos being able to complete Galakron.
Plagued Proto Drake.
His Cthulhu.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, you take Plague Proto Drake there most times.
That's a tongue twister for sure.
Yeah, Plague Proto Drake. But Brushy healing here, that's pretty nice. He can actually drop his Gala here. Clear board. Gala is really nice here. There's no other Plague of Death very likely.
Oh.
And wow.
Low rolled all to hell.
Some ugly demons. They're not good at all, unfortunately.
2, 2, 3.
Plague of Death
and
coming
1.
down anyways. I'm not sure I care too much about Plague of Flames. I don't think I care too much about that board.
Wow.
But he obviously did, so he opted to clear it. I think there's 9 cards for each player. So Brushy may not be in the lead completely, but now he's gonna go ahead and drop the Yashiraj. He's gonna take his Ticketus, and
that's a good mill. That's another good mill. Oh, okay.
Wow, those are massive. There's no more There's no infinite value generator now.
Nope.
And there's no Galakron to get the thing and to generate the value, and now there's no Cthulhu.
So SirLos might be in a little bit of a rough time.
So I mean, this is how the priest loses.
Get his stuff milled out.
Kind of unfortunate. Brushy now is able to get some board. Maybe doesn't need as much board presence, but every turn he's getting 2 extra guys and opts to play nothing else. I don't think he wants to give.
Nazari's got to get played here, or it's just game over.
I think you can play Proto Drake here, because you clear the board and kind of.
Oh, okay, right, yeah.
Now you're able to use your Plague of Flames, remove the Ticketus. Bye, Golden Ticketus. You were great while you were here.
Wow, what's that bring? That's a good Death Rattle too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Death Rattle, you summon one with Stealth, but Brushy can just still remove this. Double Dark Skies will remove that, and then there's also ability to play. I say you can also play Veiled, but I don't think that Brushy wants to. I don't think Brushy wants to draw anything extra. There's no reason to draw anything extra here because he will put himself closer in fatigue to potentially losing, and he knows that a lot of his deck is still frags.
I am out of cards.
So now that this deck has no real gas in it,
Wow.
nothing in hand, I think maybe you want to Elucia here and try to take as much as you can from Brushy.
Yep. Just do those School Spirits. School Spirits is good.
Yeah, you want to play your school. You want to play the School Spirits. He's gonna draw the rest of Brushy's hand. He's gonna draw the rest and try and see what he can play from Brushy's hand. Oh, he can't play the Kronks.
Almost out of cards.
But he's gonna draw a lot of the frags. Draws Maniac. He mills Brushy of his cards. Gives Brushy a light spawn. I'm not sure I like that play because it just gives Brushy something to play. and now Brushy can come up with something out of the sack. He doesn't necessarily get the heal off the sack pack, but I mean, playing Penance, he gets to remove the rest of SirLos' hand, and he has a lot to play. Unfortunately, I don't think that playing the Veiled Worshipper was the best thing. Because Brushy will just be able to clear it next turn. And he's just gonna be able to create 2 imps every turn. So now Brushy does so now SirLos fatigues for 1. Brushy fatigues for 1 himself on his turn. Or no, Brushy fatigues for 2. But Cascading just spells the end.
Yep.
Like, it spells the end. There is no way for Brushy to lose this at this point. SirLos might play this out until the end, but playing a big taunt, SirLos is going to play Breath of the Infinite, it looks like, just to clear off the imps, and he's going to concede after. All right.
Happy New Year. Brushy with a win versus Priest.
Brushy gets the Warlock through, and now he knows what type of now he knows that this is Galakron Warlock, and depending on the type of warrior that Brushy has, it could be a bit rough. He's gonna have to win with that Druid as well. So if Brushy will play whatever one he feels has a better chance of winning here.
Yeah. And I think he should try. Druid didn't really do it for him, so versus Priest, since it's a little bit quicker ramping, we'll have to see. Yep, that's what he picks. So
Malfurion. My beloved Tuna.
My dear Malfurion.
All right, so he's come out with the Druid, things I can get through on this Priest this time. I think he has a better chance because this Priest deck runs a lot slower than the other decks that SirLos had.
Nature will rise against
and again with the emotes.
Yeah.
You will regret this.
my thanks to you.
Yeah.
Get some exciting hero power again.
Brushy really is looking for he's really gonna look for a dragon, because if he does, he'll be able to play solar.
Yep.
Solar plus breath. But there's also a possibility that this doesn't necessarily he could just play. If he doesn't get that, he'll just play Overgrowth next turn and be able to ramp up his mana to 6. And yes, Cobalt Spellkin indeed is a good pick. All right, it looks like we're going to see an Overgrowth from Brushy. He hasn't drawn any dragon so far, which is not great for him.
Nope.
Could opt to draw a bunch of cards if he wants to go Solar Aeroponics here, but I don't think you want to do that. All right, Cobalt gives Embalming Ritual and gives Renew. Ooh, good pickup. So from what we've seen from this Druid deck, and knowing what we have in SirLos' hand, what do you think the chances for Brushy are in this specific match?
He's not getting the ramp he needs right away to kind of get that huge edge. So, and with how many cards you got? 10 cards now? Yeah. 10 cards in SirLos' hand. It's gonna be rough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's gonna actually opt to use a piece of Cthulhu here to get rid of that. There's a little hover over the Polynova. Ooh, Hysteria, Initiation, Holy Smite. This case, I think you can take Initiation possibly.
Yeah.
But Hysteria is very likely the pick. Yeah. Ooh, there's Dream Drake. To go with Aeroponics and Drake here. We're gonna go with the Overgrowth. Gonna go to 10 mana. And play a 3 mana 5/6 taunt. As if this game didn't already have enough cheap, massive.
That's
taunts,
right, exactly.
They went and gave us another one. But this Forbidden Word being picked up is really nice. You can clear off the minion right away. And the harder it gets for Brushy to play minions and things, the harder or the easier it is going to be for this priest to get things. But he got 2 Tortolan Pilgrims again, kind of low rolling on these pickups. The Heart of Cthulhu clears quite a lot of health off the board. There isn't really a good follow up. He cannot coin out the Plague of Death, so he's gonna have to opt for it another way. There is a chance Hysteria was a full. That Hysteria could clear. Also a chance it could leave quite a lot up. But the Heart of Cthulhu into a coin Holy Nova play. I guess those were discounted by palm reading rather than discounted by a thing where your next spell costs less. But Brushy's just gonna opt to play Carvings without taking the rush. Goes for into a nature study. He's gonna take the Crystal Song. Portal can play his minion, play the portal out, and then get 3 extra druid. He's gonna get 6 druid minions to his hand with this Solar Eclipse. He gets Winged Guardian. Okay, so the next one he gets to choose. So he gets 2 Winged Guardians, an Imprisoned Satyr, and a Twilight Runner.
Yeah, the Winged Guardians are huge in my opinion, but
yes, they are. I think what's so great about it is you can play a Winged Guardian with an Imprisoned Satyr. You want to get that Satyr out, but he's gonna opt for the Twilight Runner, and I like this choice. It might actually, that Twilight Runner could maybe prompt a Plague of Death potentially. I'm not 100% confident that it will. All right, Eye of Cthulhu. He's gonna try and remove it with an eye. It's not him. It's not killing the minion. Didn't kill the minion, but allows for a Holy Nova clear. I didn't actually get to see that card drawn because he went so fast. Like, he's picking up his top decks and playing them right away. But I really like this, where Brushy's going to allow for this Winged Guardian to go down to costing 2 mana instead of costing 7.
Inner Fire could be big. Nope. Yep.
Now he's going to go for the Plague. Potentially. I would like to see this play get played because it does. He might just be thinking, I want to just not let him attack necessarily, because removing it doesn't really necessarily do a whole lot potentially, but I think he's going to do nothing.
Interesting. Well, he's got to get through the taunt first, because
not being a Plague of Death just removes everything. It silences. He did it. I think he wants to wait until this turn with it. He maybe wants Brushy to play into it, is what he wants. And that could be play right into the Plague. If he plays the second one, they're both going away. I would rather see this Arbor up.
Well,
I'd rather see this Arbor up come down, because
you may see it.
Yeah, I like this. And then doesn't really need to
excuse me,
remove much, and that way he can just play the Winged Guardian after the Plague, because he knows there's 2 of them in deck. Plague getting played does corrupt the Insight, which will get played next.
Yep.
Very likely, at least. He hasn't played it yet, but he's got that card hovered. He's got it playing. He's got it out in the field, ready to drop. He's just deciding if it's the best play or not, and he opts for it. Gonna draw his Mind Render, and it's gonna cost 1.
That's upsetting.
Yeah.
So, with lots of armor, but
we must stop this corruption.
So this deck and that Alex Straza pickup, it can potentially have a decent swing effect on this game. The Arbor, if these minions do not get removed, which they will, because I'm pretty sure he'll just play Hysteria.
Well, he's Penance. Yep. He's not hurting for health, but it's a cheap card, so we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, you can pick either. I think any of those were fine, but It's just determining how how SirLos wants to clear the board here. He's gonna remove them just with the Hysteria, and then can even opt for a potential Time Rip, which actually can't happen now because it's unable to be targeted by spells. So it would have to be a Breath of the Infinite here to clear the board.
Pass? Is he gonna pass?
Nope. No,
Okay.
he'll play Breath. Yeah, because he doesn't want to see another Arbor Up come down or something, and the next thing you know, he's potentially dead. Yeah, Guess the Wait is definitely the good pick. Definitely a good pick here. Alex Straza getting dropped by Brushy. He wants to force pressure on him because he knows he's on a clock against this priest deck because he can't Ticketus away their Galakron. He can't get rid of the pieces of Cthulhu.
Nope.
So he has to go faster than them.
And it's gonna be a race.
Yeah. He's seeing his deck.
There's another one.
He's seeing he's got a lot of his top. Seeing he's got a lot of his top end left in his deck.
Mm-hmm.
So he knows how much of his deck is there. He has picked up some really nice cards now for the next few turns. Gonna be able to drop a Lightning Bloom and a Cenarian Ward. He actually guessed wrong there. He said less and must have picked up his Ysera or picked up the second Cenarian Ward. No, he played a Cenarian Ward already. So I think Brushy here could have opted for a clear, but he also knows he's running out of deck. He's 10 cards behind, and I mean this Breath of the Infinite is just massive.
Yeah.
Like this, he's not gonna. There's not gonna be much of a way for Brushy to hold a board unless he gets like Solar Eclipse Arbor Up with because in Solar's one of his few cards he's got left. He's played both Solars, so there is no Solar Eclipse Arbor Up left. It's just gonna come down to Ysera portals potentially from Brushy. He picks up his Ysera right now. So I think you just drop it.
Yeah.
You could just drop it and say go.
And he's gonna
at this point, if I am SirLos, I think I play a Lucia here.
Yeah, that might work.
I think I just play a few cards and a Lucia and see what's in Brushy's hand.
What is
Yeah.
Because you don't have much you really want to play besides your Wave of Apathy.
Here it comes.
He's gonna be able, because that means he's gonna be able to play the Cenarian Ward. He can Lunar Eclipse Cenarian Ward. Like he's seeing the hand and just saying, "Wow, I can discard most of Brushy's hand here now." This might end up being the end of. This could end up being the end of the series potential. Like, let's see what he wants to do here. Because Arbor Up is so big. The Arbor Up being on his side of the board with the Aeroponics. He's gonna remove pretty much everything.
I don't think he's gonna do the Lightning Bloom. Oh, look at that.
But the good thing is now the portals, when he draws them, goes to his side of the board.
Yep.
And does not go to Brushy at all.
Oh, 3 Dream Portals.
3 portals, and he can potentially. He still has to draw 2 cards, so he can mill almost out the rest of the portals.
4. There goes 4 portals gone.
He gets rid of 4 portals, and means there's only 3 left. He's got a full board, and Brushy will have to hard reset the board here.
Wow.
He's gonna try and play out as much as he can, but I think the Plague of Death has to come out. You can go like Wave of Apathy, Plague of Death, and then you can Forbidden Words potentially just to remove the Forbidden Words. But I wonder. I mean, now it doesn't look all too bad doesn't necessarily look too bad for Brushy. He has a couple of portals left. He doesn't draw a portal, but he's gonna get to play as a Nubisat.
Here's a good
Hulking Over Fiend. That's a good card.
Mm-hmm.
That can deal with anything that comes out. And there's no the Galakron can come out here and remove one of the minions. I think he's gonna wanna. I think SirLos
double penance, yeah.
Could just double penance and then play the Galakron, which will remove the minion. But there is now. This isn't. This is not terrible. Brushy does lose in fatigue, however. These portals have to be good. That if he draws both
Oh,
of them.
that's good.
Wow, Zeraku. Wow. He gets all his portals, but he's in fatigue. Plays the Dream Drake.
But that's good for going in fatigue because it just pops out those 6/6 minions.
Yes,
right?
the 6/6s. I don't know.
It just
don't
did
know
it.
how SirLos can deal with this.
That's funny.
I don't know how SirLos is gonna deal with this. The fatigue will give him 6/6s.
Apotheosis.
The Apotheosis is nice, but he doesn't have a minion out. He's gonna have to drop his Alex on the board without it being active, just to contest. There's not much he can do, and Brushy has 25 damage on the board.
What a turn of events! That's funny.
He didn't hit completely on everything. He can remove the Forbidden Words. Will have to remove the Zeraku. He has to do that, but he's gonna. He's gotta Forbidden Words that minion, and you gotta look to try and remove something. Otherwise, the Zeraku will keep proccing.
Because every
figure, and then he's just gonna Forbidden Words it away. So Brushy won't keep popping 6/6s. But how do you even remove the ones that are? How do you even remove what's there? Brushy can just armor up and hit face for everything. Doesn't even bother trading. Like, I think Brushy gets through. There's not much of a way, unless the Galakrond gives like a merc.
Oh, Hysteria is nice too.
Yeah, Hysteria is nice, but it can't full clear, can it?
No.
There's no way it full clears the board, and so Brushy will still have enough on his board. But maybe with this, maybe you Hysteria first before you play the Holy Nova. But the Alex is active, so maybe there was a potential for an Alex play. I just think he wants to see if he can hit 2 5-attack minions with his. He wants to clear 2 minions here, which it will do. And leaves the 5/6, which means that it's not over yet. Brushy.
Yep, that's good.
Yeah, I mean, just removing all the attack from it. This is actually looking. It's actually I thought Brushy had it, but now with the draws, like. Brushy can only do so much damage for the rest of this game, where he's going to be taking fatigue. I think Brushy is saying I still have a chance, but but he's going to remove the minion, and then it's just kind of over. Body of Cthulhu. He doesn't get to play his Body of Cthulhu, but the minion goes away, and so now he's just racing against. Now he's just kind of losing. Brushy has to realize this, I think.
Yeah, I think this is
because of the amount of cards still left in deck in that body, like Alex Drowza coming out. Yeah, it was very close. The Zeraku, the Forbidden Words. I thought Brushy should have used it on the turn where he had the hand of, where he had SirLos' hand. I thought he should have forbidden. I don't think he had a way to play Forbidden Words after removing the board, unfortunately. So he just couldn't do anything. And he even plays Nods, which, there's no way. Brushy just fatigues for 6.
Yep.
And then he can obviously hit into the minion, but he's just going to opt to take the loss graciously.
Time is running out.
So he got very close, but the Hysteria came in pretty big later. He's going to close it out, and we will see a definitive winner in SirLos here.
Nope, let him take the 7.
Yep. All right.
Well,
so
congrats to SirLos. Big win.
Yep. I guess because Brushy's going to be cast, and we can also have him come in as well for a nice transition. Potentially, we can ask SirLos if he doesn't mind Brushy being in the interview as well. I guess
doesn't matter. They're good pals, so
yeah, they'll be good. And that was only one match, and my voice is already shot.
At least you'll have another caster that's going to be able to help you a little bit more than me, buddy. So
yeah, Brushy can take a lot of the talking load in the next couple of matches.
Yeah. So SirLos is good. So we get SirLos in there. Brushy's probably just going to let him take the glory here like you normally do.
Sure.
SirLos,
Hello.
how are you?
I'm doing all right. How about y'all?
Doing
Good.
pretty darn good. You kick Brushy's ass, dude.
Yeah.
I love the emotes at the very beginning. It was awesome to see you guys just having fun there. So
Oh, of course, of course.
um,
Brushy's a good friend.
yes, yeah. I was
Yes.
explaining to the viewers there. You guys know each other quite well.
Yes.
So tell us about your favorite portion of the match there, besides beating Brushy overall, of course. So
My favorite portion of the match.
yeah. Besides winning, obviously, but was there a moment that you felt you were going to lose? Like that priest one was pretty close near the end.
Game 4 was close for
Yeah.
sure.
I think if he actually hero powers my 2-1, I'm not able to kill the dragon. But I don't know. Like the rest of my deck was kind of just all removal.
Hmm.
So, and
Yeah,
I knew lightning bloom in hand from the Elusia.
Yes.
But yeah, when he built up that big board, I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
How am I getting out of this one?
Then you saw Forbidden Words and was like, ah. And then Hysteria. Really well played.
412 off of the portal. I was like, oh no.
Mm-hmm.
The Warlock, I knew I wasn't gonna beat it.
Yeah.
He did a really good job holding. He did a really good job with the Yashiraj, kind of holding it and waiting till when he used it.
Yeah. I wanted to Elusia sooner, but I knew I couldn't play it and Yasharj, so I just had to kind of suck it up.
Yeah,
I
that
threw my
unfortunately.
pieces.
We thought you might have did the Lucia and then used the ticket as the final turn, or not the final turn, but the last turn you would have had this hand, right? But
The issue with that was that Brushy corrupted it on curve. And
Okay.
so he would have had to have the coin in hand to coin out the ticket
Oh,
to
okay.
burn Brushy's own deck.
Okay.
So it would have been rough. But
I thought it would have been corrupted already.
But then it would just burn SirLos' deck because you also swap decks with Elusia. Yeah.
It was rough. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a rough one. The first mill was pretty good, but you could have still been fine. And then he milled your Galakron into two Cthulhu pieces, and that felt pretty bad, I bet.
It did.
But the first two games, you really played well. You got, you played to your win cons, and you were able to take 2 wins over that Druid.
Yeah. I mean, we all know Pally is kind of just ridiculous, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is, yeah. Ramp Paladin's really good. I like seeing that deck.
In that matchup, I think Brushy was at 7 or 8 mana, and I just played North Star Moon. We're both at 10 now.
Yeah, that was really nice because you played really good catch up there.
Here he comes.
There's Brushy.
A wild BrushyTuna.
Well, he's casting after this, so.
I was trying to give enough time before entering, so he had his.
Yeah,
No,
I appreciate that. Yeah, that was good.
And then the rogue game was just kind of it worked all in my favor.
Yeah. You're just overpowering with the rogue there.
Yeah, Jandis is one heck of a card.
Mm-hmm.
It is, yeah.
Getting the 3/2 with this beast in my hand at 3 beasts.
Buzzard synergy was nice. Man, remember that card? Remember when that card costed 3 mana or 2 mana
When it was
when it was played?
I could hear Brushy typing to SirLos already.
I'm not typing anything.
Fast and Furious. So
I just want to say SirLos cheated.
yeah, he emoted to the win for the win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Ban a class I didn't even have. I let him ban a class anyways.
Good guy, Brushy.
Yeah.
Good
I mean,
guy,
it's the DMB way of life, man.
Yeah.
Of course, man.
Even when I'm not on DMB, I'm on DMB.
I'm banning your bird. Dude, there's no such thing.
Yeah.
That's right. No, the games went really well.
No, it was good.
SirLos
For
played
sure.
well. My druid just
Stunk.
my druid. Yeah.
Yeah.
It couldn't find any of the good cards at the right time.
Yeah, I couldn't. The Cenarian wards, the both times you played it
We're
gave you crap.
trash.
It gave you crap. I know.
Super trash.
All right, I do
Think
have
you
to
think-
ask a question. What was that priest, dude? What was I facing?
I don't know.
It's just hard removal Galakron priest. It looked like.
A lefty was it a lefty concoction or
No.
No?
I took it from somewhere. Monsanto, I think.
okay?
Oh, Monsanto. Okay.
And I mean,
It's
I like Priest though. I was like, sure, Cthulhu, Galakron. Let's just go with it.
it's got all the magic in there. That's all you need.
Yeah. I will say I hadn't played the deck before, so I didn't know that I didn't have more than one creature when I played the second Insight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I know the list you're talking about now. Yeah, your only minion is to get Alusha. It's for the combo mirrors and the aggro mirrors and stuff like that. So that way you can get that
Oh,
early.
yeah,
And
that would make sense.
destroy
That's
your
why.
opponents.
That's why your
Yeah.
insights always drew. That's why your insight always drew Lucia. Okay.
Yep.
So and
Cool.
I would have changed it, but I just didn't have time. The circumstances.
Yeah.
Listen, all I know is I'm about to drive to your house tonight, SirLos, and we're gonna have a face-to-face talking.
Have a couple brews, but
You're only like 20 minutes down the road. I'll see you soon.
Sure.
I'll leave the light on.
there you go.
Thanks.
Any final thoughts and words there, SirLos, before we move on to the next match?
Oh no! Always a pleasure playing against. I guess it's like first time.
This is our first time because this is the first time I played Legacy not on DMB.
Yeah, we usually are teammates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get wrecked, nerd.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. It's just an extra insult to injury here. Losing
That's
to
right.
DMB.
Yeah.
That's
I
all
just
right,
gotta-
that's right. I'll beat him in something else.
You just need
This won't
using
last
fuel
long.
to finish off the match this week.
The other match is going on right now.
Nice.
Fuel and Kazagar.
Hmm.
It's gonna be a close one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But
So-
but yeah, yeah. Good stream the rest of the night, you guys.
Thanks, SirLos.
Man.
You take care, man.
Y'all too.
Bye, buddy.
See ya.
Bye.
All right. So that brings us to our next match with Hickit versus BillSnyder. Want to go over the classes there, Fish Monster?
I'm trying to
Okay.
catch up. I don't even know what series this is.
Sure. This
We're
is,
still in
Red.
Legacy Red.
This,
Yep.
This is
Oh,
Bill
this is literally
Snyder
my
versus-
team.
This is Swallows
Oh.
that follows versus Sir Finley's Squire.
Oh, no. What?
No,
Yeah.
that's the next match. Next match is your team.
It says,
Right.
am I reading the wrong thing? It says
No, 9
Legacy
o'clock matches.
Red?
Bill
Views?
Snyder versus
It's-
Hickit.
Oh, I think
Yeah.
Saku tagged the wrong person in the
It did.
post.
Yep.
That's why I'm confused.
It's
Yeah.
bad.
I just saw views and I was like, hey, that's my team. Wait a minute. This doesn't sound right.
This- All right. So this is Bill Snyder has brought Demon Hunter, Paladin, Rogue, and Warrior. Hickit has brought Paladin, Priest, Rogue, and Warrior. We still see Rogue and Warrior being brought pretty much everywhere. They're extremely strong classes. So yeah, but Rush, hearing these classes, what are you thinking for bans?
Double rogue.
Double
Nope.
Rogue, okay, I can get with that.
BillSnyder. I got bans already, which is kind of
Yeah.
The
funny.
most powerful.
I was gonna
man.
ask Bill Snyder for bans.
So
while
ban
the interview
Bill.
was going.
Yeah, BillSnyder banned Warrior on Hicket's side.
Wrong. Just kidding.
And so I'm just doing this as we're talking here. And we have his Demon Hunter is banned.
Oh,
Ooh.
interesting.
Yeah.
So Rogue's gonna get a win at some point for both
Sure.
of them. Rogue's just it might be in that spot where it's like it's Legacy, we'll let the Rogue through, it's gonna get a game, like who cares? I'll beat the
Yeah.
rest of the decks.
Hmm.
So 30
So I
more.
can definitely see something like that.
Yeah, it makes sense for that to be the thought process for these players.
Yep. So I'm just going to get the guys to start going.
Hmm.
Let's get it. And this is the first match of this series too, I do believe.
Yep.
Fresh here. case I'm a liar.
MPV has
Nope.
taken a win over Lieber.
Oh man,
So it's 4-1 in favor of Sir Finley Squires.
I am a liar.
Oh.
Okay, just waiting for them. Excuse me, them players to get going. So BillSnyder's going to be on the bottom of your screen for us to spectate for our group, and Hickit will be at the top. So.
Nice.
All right.
All right, so now we're just waiting for eyeballs.
Indeed, we are.
What do you think we're seeing first here, Feesh? What do you think the first matchup is?
The rogues being up, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a rogue mirror.
Yeah,
Yeah, potentially.
rogues just racing against each other.
Yeah. We'll see what type of rogues they brought. 'Cause there's two. I've seen like 4 different types of rogues. Over the past 2 weeks.
There's so many. Yeah, there's so many different rogues right now, but they all have like roughly the same show.
Do you have Hickit eyeballs, or do we need to tell?
I don't have. I've just asked them to put spectate on, so we'll see it in a second. Yep, there we go.
Oh, way to go, Hickit. I'm just kidding. I like Hickit. I like both these players. Both very good players.
Yes. Don't have my eyeballs for him.
Okay.
Ooh, so you're right on a mirror, Feesh.
Paladin mirror.
Paladin mirror.
Nice. And we see the ramp from BillSnyder, but we see what I'm gonna guess is a broom paladin.
Oh, I have the. Oh, there we go. Yeah, this is Broom Paladin with the like little dragon package in it
Okay.
to go get Amber Watchers. So I assume there's the Red Scale Murloc in here as well.
Okay.
I'm curious if we'll see any like devout pupils or like what he cut for this, like Hammer of the Naru's devout pupils or the Labor of Judgments to fit this package in here.
Yeah. I forget what you cut for this package, honestly.
It's
I haven't
usually
played it in
the
so long.
weapons. You usually don't run the Naru's and like the devout. It's usually like all of those. You don't run any of those.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. There's no Nas and there is no red scale for this paladin early for ramp paladin.
Sorry, there's 3 copies of Nas. You'll find one.
Oh yeah.
Luckily,
Ooh.
you have me.
What is
You ready to get some legendaries, Hickit?
Oh.
Look, there's one of our copy of Nas now.
Oh, nice. Do I have a weird spectate thing where you can't spectate? I guess I'll ask for an invite.
Oh boy, the Libra of Hope turned into an Archivist Elysiana.
Ooh.
It's definitely not the one you wanted to see transform there. And it's
Wait, what got transformed?
The Libra of Hope.
Oh,
It's
I was
definitely
gonna
not a
say
legendary
I was gonna say watch it. I was say watch the Libram of Hope get transformed, but I didn't.
Well, whose fault is that?
Dun dun dun.
Well, I didn't want to curse Hickit, but it happened anyways.
Listen, man, you gotta call it. You gotta call your shots when you think so. Oh, those are some perfect missiles. Holy crap.
Spectate to invite instead of invite to spectate. Very nice work.
Putting some minions on board. Still waiting to have this red scale killed off so he can draw his Nas and start playing his big stuff. But
Nas.
Nas. Card was mean to me last game. That's okay. See what Hickit wants to do here. We can just coin out our Aldor. Probably our best play.
Awesome. Now I can see the hand.
Yep.
Oh look.
Probably just see Aldor into Aldor.
Oh look,
here.
CMAC is. Oh look, CMAC is in his hand.
Yeah, that's what his Libra Hope transformed into.
Yeah, Archivist Elysiana. Well, we know he won't have any issues in fatigue, but this should not go to fatigue.
No, if this is going to fatigue, something weird had to happen.
Weird happened.
Yeah. So BillSnyder playing this War Leader here to trade through this Truth Seeker, but so you won't have the opportunity to play his Nosdormu this turn.
We'll be able to get 1 damage in.
I'm going to throw the book at you.
Double. Both of those getting played. We are going to see the Nosdormu get played, and also your power very likely.
Oh yeah. I mean, next turn you go Colossus and the Strong Man. Like,
Yes.
pretty good turn 10. We'll see what Hickit can do with this first 10 mana turn that he gets.
Mhm.
Maybe he just slams the Elysiana. No, I'm kidding.
I could definitely see, yeah, a Liberum of Justice here.
Oh, is he punched for 8? He is. Okay. Play Amber Watch on the back half. Gain some of that back.
All of it.
Reporting for duty.
All.
But now we're into these power to. Oh my goodness.
All the corruption.
All right, Bill. Chill.
Yeah.
Chill, dude.
But if we look at Hicket's hand, he has Barov, he has like Liberum of Justice, the second one. So he will be able to deal with a lot of these boards.
I mean, the Barov's kind of.
It's awkward.
Yeah.
Because there's no way to, because there is no like Liberum of there's no like other ways to play spells to ping off the Barov, essentially. Like he's gonna play, I guess he'll play it here.
Because he doesn't have Broom either. So
yeah. He's not gonna opt to remove he's probably not gonna be able to remove the first layer of the Colossus before he goes with it.
With the
2 minions, yeah.
He goes the 1/1 into it, and then the 2 minions clear up the second half, but it leaves him with leaves Bill with a 6/6. But
That's true.
I'm worried about these Carnival Clowns.
Yeah, me too.
Rushing next turn.
Yeah, for sure. He's gonna.
Okay. You can clear everything but the 1/1 this way.
Okay, that makes sense.
The hero power off on time.
All right. Tip.
It's just be trade clowns. I know we got tip, but clowns is just
Clowns are just too good, yeah. And everything now that Hicket's used all of that type of removal, bang, instantly gets to play it. Like yes, there's Barov, but Barov can't grab everything.
We were playing this regardless this time.
Oh, 100%.
So we can clear off
Barov, ping, Liberum.
3.
Yeah.
Unless we want to sacrifice our Penflinger and then we lose, then we can kill 4.
I guess. I wonder if that's what the plan is. We'll see. Probably not going to opt to clear. I think what you would say, just the 3 would be probably better. Opting to not lose a Penflinger. Still 16 damage in the hand, 16 damage on the board of BillSnyder.
Yeah.
But and overloading, so there's, as long as he really doesn't give back the
we can go 3-phase trade and then tip the scales, which I really like. Trading to the Barov.
Okay.
Yep. Tip.
That's always a good thing. Yes. Summon 7 Murlocs. There's not 7 in the deck. There is, but there's still a lot.
No, the newer versions are only running, I think, like a total of
probably only running 7 Murlocs.
Like 7 to 9 now, I think.
7 to 9, yeah, something like that. Makes sense. All right, Liadrin coming down.
Yeah.
Get a couple more Librums.
It's just one.
One more Librum.
Hickit knows he's dead. He can't clear off this
Yeah,
board.
there's no way.
He's just dead. He knows it.
BillSnyder takes the game. Ramp Paladin gets through over the Broom Paladin. It's the second Ramp Paladin we've seen today, and it's won both times without losing. That might be good.
Yeah. I know the Hearthstone developers have an eye on this deck here
Yeah.
right now. They said they don't like the way that Lord just like instant wins the game sometimes, but
Yeah.
I mean,
I can
we
agree
saw
with
there
that.
that it didn't even matter. Like
Mhm.
it was just Nas into just big stuff.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the difficult thing is that they can't really. You can't really circumvent the fact that
Nerf
that,
Nas to 10 mana. Give yourself 10 mana.
exactly like
Alright.
it's tough because you can't force a player to play more than one spell in a deck.
Yeah.
And Wand Maker's already running the deck kind of for that anyways. But we're back. We see Paladin versus Warrior. Skipper in here tells me it's likely not a Bomb Warrior.
No, this is probably ETC or SirLos OTK. Like but control variant. So
no shield block. Shield block means it's
no
not
enrage.
enrage.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a control deck for sure.
Oh, this shield slam. Makes me think
Oh.
Alright, I'm confused.
Are Brutes run? I think Brutes might be right. I think there's a version of SirLos that runs Brute, potentially. Let me check. No, I don't know. It's just a control-y Enrage then that runs maybe one of or two of Brute. Really odd. But Shimmerfly getting put 2 up 2 or 3/3.
Oh, ETC.
Okay, so it's an ETC.
I guess he just teched in some shield slams into a brute into like the ETC control variant, maybe.
Probably. With ETC, it could just be an ETC Enrage Warrior that runs a shield block. I don't know what gets cut for it in that case, but all right. Let's see. Hickit got a double Soulbound Ash Tongue.
Perfect. Those are the one drops I love to see off my first day of school.
Yeah.
Love to take extra damage. That card's so good against ETC. It allows your ETC opponent to kill you faster.
Yeah.
Less attacks.
I cannot wait to read this.
Pain means little to me now.
Just trying to keep the armor off BillSnyder here. Ooh, what? A Galakron. What deck is this? I'm so confused.
I don't know what's happening anymore in this deck. I haven't seen this.
Yeah, I don't know what this deck is. It's a warrior deck though, so it can do
Highlander.
things.
It's Highlander for me at this point.
Sure, for all I know, it could be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bill does like some wacky decks sometimes, so I'm not putting it
I
past
did
him.
not. I guess I'll ask for an invite.
I'm going to throw the book.
Alright, here we go. Get the Truth Seeker down on the board. Oh. Ouch. Ouch. Feels weird trading into them, but there's a lot of lifesteal in the deck, or life heal in the deck with the Amber Watchers that we saw, the Lemur Hopes, and stuff like that. So he should be fine. Taking some extra damage here early. This brute can come down this turn.
I'll show you who's boss.
It's like play the brute after all this? Yeah. See if he wants to trade with the brute or if he wants to punch his Truth Seeker with his face. Trade it is. I like this. Bump depth charge. Try to make it as hard as possible and try to set up a board clear here. For Hickit. BillSnyder does have the answer in shield block, shield slam to get rid of this if he so chooses.
Ooh, depth charge.
Yep, don't get shield slammed. Get out of here. Get your board cleared out of here.
Looks like he's alright. He's
Yeah.
gonna trade off the refugee skipper and opt to go for- and opt to hold the weapon charge.
Swarm of Locusts is going to be real nice here.
That's real nice here. It does clear up quite a lot of the board,
Mm-hmm.
but also
What
allows
does
for-
Libram? Yeah,
also
it's
allows
one
for
less slope
Librams,
stats
yeah.
to trade.
Yes. We're just building up the Librams for Liadrin.
Man, our hand's too full for those
Bill,
Librams for
is
now.
Is Bill calculating lethal? He is.
He's not
He's
lethal.
calculating faceless lackey
Does he?
armors. He can't damage the ETC though.
I mean, he doesn't
and
have a copy,
copy
effect
it.
for it anyways. So he has 1, 2, 3,
He has to get
4,
7
5.
attacks. No,
He only needs 6 attacks.
no, he only needs 6 attacks. I guess he's going for it.
Yeah, he has it, right?
He has it. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
That's
because
game.
you lackey. No, he only gets 4 attacks. He doesn't have this. Oh, no, 5 attacks.
6 because of the broom.
Yeah, but he only has.
Oh, he
there's
only
not enough
gets-
health on board.
No, he gets the attacks off because of the. He gets it because of the 2 attacks on the 2-1.
No, it's still not enough.
It's not
He
enough.
puts him 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Put him-
he only had the ability to attack 5 times because of the health on board.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I guess because of Galakron, he recognizes that he doesn't have to necessarily win.
I mean, Galakron can't attack next turn. He doesn't have the mana to hero power.
Shatrak will not fall in prey.
And that's just going to be game. No heal in the hand for Hickit. He's just going to do what he did at the end of last game. Play Liadrin and
Yeah.
buff Liadrin.
Yeah.
BillSnyder
Right.
going to take a
BillSnyder gonna take it.
2-0 lead here with this.
Victory is his.
I'm going to call it Highlander ETC. But it's definitely not. Always a bunch of 1-ups, but... There he goes. He's down to 1 deck left, and that's that rogue that we thought we were going to see earlier here. So, Feesh, if you're Hickit, what are you bringing into this rogue?
Not Paladin. Gosh, I'm not even remembering bands.
It was BillSnyder's DH band and Hickit's Warriors band.
Okay. I don't know. I think you got to bring the rogue. You got to
Yeah.
rogue mirror because it's your best chance. Because priest and paladin both do not like rogue.
Paladin for sure does not like rogue. Priest has a chance depending on the type of rogue.
Yeah.
But it
This
looks
is
like it's definitely that aggro rogue
Stealth
new variant.
aggro
Yeah.
with my boy Crab Rider.
Crab Rider's real good with the Nitro Boost poison.
Yes.
So that's a lot of new like aggro versions have been
Oh.
running Crab Rider into it to do 6 damage. It's pretty much like a 2 mana 3/4 winter.
It's also really good with Cold Blood.
Yeah, I don't know if there will be a Cold Blood in the list.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a whole lot of lists running it, but Bill did have a Galakron and a Bloodboar Brute in his ETC last game, so who knows what Bill's
Yeah.
brought for us today.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
A Galakron.
You think there's gonna be a Galakron in here too?
Sure, why not? Consistency's
All right.
sake.
Consistency. We saw 1 Galakron. So
Yeah.
Saku's like consistency.
Hey,
Another one.
one in a row is consistent. Okay.
That's. I mean, but what about the first game, Saku?
That's inconsistent because it didn't have it.
Oh, okay.
So it's consistently inconsistent.
Oh, okay.
I'll shut up now.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, I don't think this would be anything odd in this deck. I think this is
That is just straight
Be
world kick rogue.
pretty straightforward.
I'm curious if
for
this is a
Hickit.
version that's running the Nitro Boost poisons or not. Because some some world kick rogues have started running Nitro Boost poison.
Oh, nice. I mean, it gives a little kick on a
I mean,
weapon.
gives you some extra burst in the deck to
Yeah.
help close out games earlier if need be.
For sure. And this crab guy's getting some work, and even though it's only got one. I guess only one.
Yeah, it's attacking for 2.
attack.
Hey, chillin'.
2 attack. Oh yeah. This, however, we see it devolving in the hand of Hickit, so he might hold it for other stuff. Might decide to play it. Just make sure this crab rider can't get so big.
Strike like the winds.
Also, maybe you can see a secret passage here instead.
No, we're 100% secret passaging.
Yes.
This hand is just
The hand's
so
not good.
blah.
That hand's not good at all.
This
There's
rate,
Aegis
not really
Ray.
what I want to
That's-
see.
I mean, these are good because they're mostly all combo cards. They're all combo cards with a world kick on board.
Mm-hmm. Frostbolt.
Yeah, I think Frostbolt's good here for sure.
Well, I mean, you know, there's going to be some sort of
Mhm.
self-softening sword later, so you want the Frostbolt. Oh, and then we get the Prize
Yeah.
Thunder to wrap this up.
Oh wow, nice.
Double Eddie though. It's not exactly what you want to see.
No, it's not. But he's got a refilled. He's got a pretty refilled hand now. Cutting class coming out right away. Get those
Mhm.
draws. Second cutting class.
Oh, we're playing second cutting class.
Oh yes, we're drawing everything we can.
We'll probably see Worgen and the South Sea, but
We're
maybe
gonna
I'll just
deck
go.
I can see that.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I like
Push some
it.
damage. Play out these cheap cards.
Use the weapon swing.
Yeah, this
He didn't
Dude,
mess. No
double
order
cutting
mess.
class is gone, so it
Yeah,
doesn't matter as
No.
much. You're not trading with it anyways, so
yeah.
let's
I'm
go
not sure if
face.
there's a self-sharpening sword in this deck. Maybe a second him as scimitar instead. Wow, Greybow.
These are both huge minions.
Those are huge.
This Jandis just stole this game.
Yes.
100%.
100%.
100%. This game's
Yes.
over now because of this Jandis.
Yep. Bill needs to be running a sap in his deck at this point to have a chance.
I don't even know if it's going to be enough.
Yeah.
Well, let's start with some draws off this Greyheart Sage. See what
Yeah,
it gets
for
us.
sure. The lack of really getting to do anything with the crab rider hurting a little bit here, obviously, but it's not. But I mean, even with that, the Jandis just so big.
Mhm.
That Plunderer is going to summon another Greybow. Yeah.
Oh man, maybe Hickit will get the Greybow achievement while he's playing this game.
Maybe, yeah.
Summon 100 Greybows.
Oh, maybe that would take a long time.
Maybe. We'll see. All right, we're gonna lead off with the evolving missiles here.
Oh, it's
Get
one
that
minion.
stealth out of here.
Yeah, it just turns it into a wisp.
Yep. Prize Plunderer, Eddie.
Yeah, that's good. 6/6, 6/6.
to make
Oh
a
no,
wager.
we're gonna
Yeah,
play the Foxy Eddie
Yeah.
for an 8/8 Eddie instead of a 4/4.
So I don't like trading with our face there. I guess it's too early in mana to like get bursted out from 14, but
Yeah,
I just wanted to preserve my face and trade with like the 1/6 taunt.
for sure.
Just try to prevent some
'Cause-
weird
Because
sneaky
this,
lethal outs.
because the out is drawing like Sinister Strikes and Double Evis and I mean, we see one of them, but Bill just concedes here. He knows that it's just too much damage on board.
But yeah, lethal.
There was
event
it
on
was
board.
like there was lethal
Yeah.
with a hero power board.
Yep. He had it.
Yeah, he knew. So it's 2-1. but the rogue gets to stay up against either priest or paladin.
Guess priest.
I guess you
But-
go with the priest, and you hope you steal one, because priest also doesn't fare always very well against this deck. But if you're playing, I guess that newer version that just runs Elucia, that SirLos played might have a way to just have enough removal to get through the game. But I mean, all the over the top damage that deck presents with probably Sinister Strikes and obviously the Eviscerates.
What?
Yeah, I was also gonna say, knowing that this is the more aggro rogue, there's a chance that we saw the paladin too.
Yeah, paladin.
Just chance
Doesn't
to
have
like
the worst
you
against
also try to
this.
put in a ton of minions and just fight
Yes.
for board early.
Yes. I like this mulligan from Bill. I like the mulligan from Hickit, keeping the 5-mana 4/6, the Aldor Truth Seeker.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
All right,
Oh.
well, there's the nitro boost.
Yeah, there we go.
Job's done.
Interesting that we coined the crab rider here.
I might have coined the sneaky instead. But I guess you want the crab out there for because you're gonna dagger this turn?
No, we're gonna dagger.
No,
on,
you dagger
three.
next. No, you dagger
Yeah.
next turn.
Yep.
Job's
Yes. But that's.
I guess
that's
you
a
just
lot
want to
of-
put the most pressure out on the board by this turn.
Yeah. Wow. An
This barrel has to hit the table.
early Lord Barov. Okay.
It has to. You
Yeah, it
can't-
has to.
Yeah.
Now it just removes the board. But you still go with the Nitro Boost Poison here. Just to get as much damage out as you can. Getting, like, what, 15 damage out of that? Puts Hickit below. He didn't have to backstab. Could have saved it.
I didn't like backstabbing there. I'd
I
rather than
don't like that
trade
because
the
then
bear off.
I would rather them trade it and I get to hold it for another minion. But maybe he's thinking that
Reporting for duty.
maybe he's thinking that it doesn't necessarily matter because I'm gonna play sneaky swindle this turn.
Well, I guess there's also the argument, like, what if he like pen flingers and
Yeah, what
like
if he's
clears
able
on
to
my
clear the
board and able
without
to
it?
keep
Yeah.
the bear off another turn.
Yeah, clearing the board without using the bear off, and so he's got damage on board that way. Looks like an Aldor Truth Seeker coming out here.
Yeah, so this
How
this
much
is what I
damage
thought
is
this
this?
paladin could do, like stabilize
Yeah.
and hit into these like heals. But
Alright.
this face trade push 3.
Yeah, that's fine. You push 3, you don't trade the crab, of course.
No.
That's the first day of school going to hand. That's a pretty nice draw.
Yeah, unless it's the pen flinger this turn.
Yes, it does.
Still a 3/1.
Mhm.
This Amber Watcher is for sure hitting the table.
Looks like I'm here just in time.
Yeah, Amber Watcher really nice there. It gives him
Mhm.
it puts Hickit not in a bad spot anymore. Or in a less bad spot, I should say. He's still not in the greatest position, but
Yeah.
this broom play
like this
allows
broom
the 4/6 to remove the 1/4, which is what you want.
Huh. I wonder why we traded like that.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Instead of just send the 1/1 into the 3/1 and then push 2.
hmm Yeah, for sure. I think that was the better play there.
Yeah, but I mean, BillSnyder's not out of this yet. If Hickit can't find any more healing, he's gonna be very fine.
Yeah. He hasn't been able to corrupt his Libram of Gidam yet.
He gonna
This-
get him.
But this 6/7 is gonna start chunking some damage, and if Bill can't, I mean there is no like loss of damage out of the rogue. The rogue has a lot of damage,
Yeah,
but if
like a top deck
but if-
secret passage could just be
yeah,
detrimental to Bill. Or the Hickit, I should say.
Yeah. Down to 16. 12 sitting on board. Passage off the top.
Alright. Prep. This.
Prep this
Passage.
passage.
So we need
Like
12 damage.
Yes.
And we're out of abysses.
Mm-hmm. So we're looking
Nope.
at nope.
Oh.
A cruel
Nope.
fate awaits you in the
Maybe.
ashes.
Drawing is fine. That's prep swindle.
There's
Cold blood.
in this deck, so there is no self-sharpening swords.
Yeah. Looking at
Just 10. Puts him to 3.
yeah, puts him to 3. I mean, he has to. You have to clear that. That 6/7.
You don't.
I mean, he's just dead. If okay, you just have to clear some damage off the board.
You weren't dead. He was still alive with 4 health. Or,
No, Libram.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can't play around everything.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
if he has the one of Libra of Judgment or whatever, like,
Yeah.
darn, you got me, but
Yeah,
now,
God, he got him.
mail on this, yeah, this is gonna do it.
Yep.
Wait, is it? Oh, yeah, it is. I don't know why I thought it was 1 more damage.
That's what I was thinking. You gotta probably just play the cold blood, eat the 6/7. That way, you're not putting yourself in a position to get judgment. Because that deck, you know that's in the deck very likely. And so if it's in hand,
Well,
you want to put yourself as far out of reach.
if
I know
I'm-
your spot.
if
I know
I'm
your
Bill-
position too.
Yeah, if I'm Bill, I'm not expecting to see a Libra of Judgment, to be honest.
Gotcha.
And I would have just sent all face. Like, and be
Mhm.
like, all right, if he's running Amber Watchers and stuff and Libra of Judgment, like, all right, you got me. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
congrats.
Yeah, and he's got to. I mean, now the priest has to get through, and we'll see what type
Yeah.
of priest this is.
But do you know what time it is?
It's time for
What
the
time
best,
it is, Fish?
best words in all of Hearthstone.
Game
Stranger,
5.
watch
Hickit
for-
on his priest, taking on BillSnyder on the rogue that's lost 2 straight. A win here for BillSnyder's put Swallows that follows into a better position in this week. A win here for Hickit continues to increase Sir Finley's Squires lead here. Let's see who
Yeah.
takes it. The aggro rogue or this
Hide in the
priest of
shadows.
swords.
Highlander priest
Is it?
should be. Lazul,
Listen, man, after what I faced last
Sticky
game,
Finger,
I don't know.
Soul
bro.
Mirror, Breath. Yeah, this is very likely Highlander. This looks like it can go very fast for
Yeah, this Highlander is going to be in a world of hurt very fast.
yes.
All right, Madame Lazul, steal the hook scimitar.
Your demise be near.
Yeah, I guess you would take the weapon. Hicket's hovered over the Nitro Boost once.
Because he's probably like, man, he's got this in hand already.
He's
Son
probably
of a
like,
gun.
wow. He's probably.
Well, I
thinking
guess
that
it
this
could
is
be
bad.
Nitro Boost in hopes to try to steal the hook scimitar off the Sticky Fingers, but that ain't happening.
All right, he takes the deckhand. Wow. Dagger, poison. He can trade. He can trade the minion if he wants.
No,
He doesn't have
we're
to at
trading
all.
anything. We're trading our face.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I meant. Trade face
Oh,
and
okay.
the minion.
Yeah.
He's sitting with a lot of damage, so it's about to. It's getting real. It's actually getting close to lethal, but as long as he keeps that minion, as long as he keeps the crab rider kind of at that health, at that attack, I should say. Like breath doesn't do a whole lot here. It removes 1 minion.
We got wave apathy.
Really, the wave of apathy is what you have to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is turn 3, and we're already talking about Hickit dying. Like,
Yeah, he gets a scimitar of his own.
mm-hmm.
Quite interesting. He could actually go deckhand into scimitar next turn, but I don't think that's it's still not gonna be it, Chief. I guess it removes the crab rider is the main thing with that.
I want to say this is the deckhand. for next turn. Place a scimitar. This
Oh,
turn.
I'm talking about Hickit. He just
Yeah.
picked up a scimitar from the
Oh yeah. I mean,
Thought Steal.
you have to Breath of the Infinite here, but you are dead. Very, very dead.
Well played.
That's game.
I
Turn
That
5
is.
lethal.
Well played.
Yeah, it is. Yep, double attack.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, Bill wins. Cool. I was thinking last turn that he could have played his deckhand with the scimitar, and that way he's not taking the extra damage from the other thing. But I think he still would have been dead there, right?
Yeah. You were very still dead. But BillSnyder able to take this quick 5-game series here after that long first series start
Poor
tonight.
Hickit. Hickit went to
Yeah.
GG Bill, and he sent me GGs instead.
I do that sometimes. I have to
Yeah.
look at like who I'm sending a message to. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's not my opponent. I've done it to Saku like 9 times.
Yeah.
Saku always responds back with "wrong person, playa."
Oh.
Sucker.
Well, I don't
Or
know
sucker,
Hickit.
yeah.
I don't know Hickit that well, so I'm not going to say that.
I mean, I don't think Saku cares if he knows you or not. I think he's still
No,
gonna say
I meant
wrong playa,
Hickit, not
sucker.
Saku. Sure.
Just gonna see if we can get BillSnyder in here for an interview.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. I like talking to Bill.
Yeah, man.
Bill humbles everybody, and I love it.
Mhm. I've yet to actually have spoken to him, so this will be.
Well, he's gonna hype up everybody. I
Yeah.
promise you that. That's what Bill does
Nice.
best.
Mhm.
He said no.
Oh, okay.
GFW.
Okay.
Whatever that meant.
Hmm.
I don't know what that means.
I don't even know either. Bill, what are you saying, dude? Joking. Bill never actually said it. All right, here he comes. This is not his actual picture, by the way. So
I looked
Yeah.
up GFW, and it stands for Graduate Fashion Week.
see, there you
Great
go.
Firewall of China.
Yep, that's the other
Global
one.
Fund, Global Forest Watch.
See,
Saka, where'd you come up with this?
I don't know, just alphabet, dude.
You just threw letters together and was
Yeah.
like, this is it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'll work.
GFW.
Very Saka.
Bill, what's going on, Bill?
Oh, just
Hello.
playing some Hearthstone.
Playing the game 5.
Uh,
Hit
yeah, like we changed the game from Hearthstone to Hearthstone there for a little bit.
He
Quick
killed him
and
turn 5, Bill. He played 2 cards. 2.
Yeah.
Bill.
I
And you
mean,
killed
He
him.
had a family.
I mean, I would have killed him 2 games ago, but my cold bloods are in the bottom 10 of my deck, and I just want to cold blood some Murlocs. Is that too much to ask?
Yes.
I just want
Yeah,
my boy
I
Crab
know.
Rider to get some
You
blood.
10 damage on
flowing.
turn
Heck
3.
yeah.
Yeah. Like,
yeah.
Is that
Pyroblast on
just-
3.
Is that just too much to ask? I didn't even draw a layer on 4, guys. Come on. What
Yeah,
is
you
going
still had
on?
Nas into some disgusting
Yeah,
10 drops.
after I threw that turn though, like I threw. What was I doing the turn before, Tuna?
Play the War Leader instead of the Nosdormu.
Okay, and I had good reason for that. Okay,
You did. I know. I liked your reason.
No. My reason was I thought War Leader was +3 attack, and so I thought I could trade my dude and my
You're 1/1.
2/3, and my
Oh, yeah.
Crab Rider could go face. But see, I can't read. I'm illiterate, so I played my +2 attack War Leader, and I was like, huh. This is awkward.
Yeah.
not the. Don't put that one on the highlight film, guys.
Oh, it's
Don't-
going.
don't
It's
put
there.
it-
It's there.
That's on
It's
her
right
center
there,
already,
Bill.
dude. Yep.
Yeah, dude.
But
I already clipped it and I'm sending it to Ron for
don't.
play of the week.
Not Ron. Not Ron. He'll be like, oh, not this scrub again. What the
Yeah,
heck?
you know it. He's gonna be like, "Oh, Bill made a misplay. Yeah, why would I highlight this? He does it every day."
Oh my god.
he gets out of bed. That's just a misplay.
Yeah. Here's
oh,
Bill's
man.
1 millionth misplay, and we're only highlighting it because he finally hit 1 million.
that about the same number of games you guys have casted, to be
Yeah.
honest.
There you go.
You guys are workhorses out here.
Listen, man, that's because we get to watch fantastic matches like that one you just played.
Oh
Now,
yeah.
now, Bill, I do have legit questions about some of these
Okay.
matches.
Alright.
The Warrior versus Rogue, or Warrior versus Paladin matchup. When you went for your ETC combo, did you think you had
Yeah.
lethal?
I knew I was a minion short.
Okay,
I just didn't feel like he could remove my board.
that's fair. I mean,
I was like, I have like even if he had Libram, right? He still had to take 2 damage
yeah,
to kill off my ETC, and I
Mhm.
think I just get over the hump in 2 turns with Galakron in my hand.
yeah.
I was scared when I did it because I was like, Tooz is gonna watch the VOD of this and he's gonna yell at me and tell me that was wrong. Because I very easily could have done it the other way, but I was like, he has no board right now. I'm gonna take
Yeah.
board from him and I'm gonna try to hold it, and then if I don't, I'll just try to get there over the top.
With Galakron.
Yeah, and it worked. I don't know if it was right, but it worked.
I mean, it also worked for you that his Transmorgan thing that transforms things into legendaries transformed his Libra of Hope into an Archivist Elysiana.
Yeah, I thought, yeah. So,
So there was like no over the top healing that he had in hand because it was just an Elysiana. And he was like, oh, okay.
I when that came out, I was like, yo, like that's actually kind of a good deal for me because
Yeah.
he'd much rather have cards from his deck than random legendaries.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I want to shout out to Hickit. Like, dude's a superb player. And I was not ready for the Broom Paladin. He did a great job of staying in it. Like, dude, I go down 0-2 and I see my opponent put out a Crab Rider, corner Crab Rider in the next game. I'm out of there, dude. I'm finding the door. But he stuck with it and took me to 5 games. And kudos to that guy. And
I mean, he had to take you to game 5 trying to beat that aggro rogue of all decks to beat too.
Yeah.
You know?
Funny story about that deck.
Mhm.
I started playing it this morning. I picked it up off of Tencho's lineup in his Masters tours. And I was like, dude, this guy is a wizard. He put Crab Rider in his aggro rogue. Like that's ingenious. And it's been my best performing decks in my Masters tours lineup. Now, this is coming from my new title is going to be the 1-pack man.
Okay.
Because I keep getting 1-pack in the 3rd round and knocked out. But hey, we are getting the packs. We are saving up the packs. I'm contesting CMAC for Cup Grinder this season.
Nice.
But
Well, good luck with that one.
Yeah, thank you. I'm gonna need it.
Yeah. You're gonna need it and then some, Bill. You can't miss a cup in order to outgrind C-Mac.
I might be able to now because he has a full-time job, so I might have a chance.
You don't think C-Mac's gonna play Control Warrior Mirrors while at his job?
Well,
what do you think his job is?
This dude's gonna be lecturing mathematics. Okay, he'll be on his phone. Hero power pass. Hero power pass.
Yep.
He's gonna use the math from it in the lecture.
Yeah, absolutely.
Easy.
Okay, class, do we have lethal in this turn? And shoots it up there.
Do we have?
And they're like, you don't. Your hand is
with
nothing.
Silas,
Like they're at 30.
Silas
You have
has some
75
heroes.
armor. Like we don't even have Silas or anything. And he's like,
yeah,
but we got this Elysiana though, and we gonna play it. It's like, all right, C-Mac.
We'll get some pyroblast in here. Yep.
He just turns and he's like, huh, greetings.
Yeah.
Yes.
I hope that's how he starts all his classes.
I love it. Greetings. Yeah.
But I just wanted to talk about or finish up by saying that Crab Rider, quality target. Everybody should put 2 of Crab Riders in your deck. It's OP.
Doesn't matter what deck.
True.
BillSnyder's saying, put it in there.
Yeah, put it in there. Doesn't matter. You throw down a Crab Rider on turn 2, I'm scared. But,
yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Thank you guys so much for casting me, by the way.
Yeah, thanks
really
for stopping by, dude. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Always a pleasure to cast your matches.
Yeah, I always love doing these interviews and Saku, best op, right?
100%. I mean, he's
Thanks,
Hall of
buddy.
Famer
Appreciate
for
it.
Dude. You know what I'm saying?
So
How do you argue against Saku?
you can't.
You
He's
can.
He's the nicest
You
guy in
can.
PHL.
Yeah, but the other caster here, Doctorfeesh, is giving Saku a run for his money for nicest
100
players THL.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I mean, Feesh, I've never heard you say one mean word.
Oh,
Yeah.
you just haven't been around me enough.
Yeah.
All right,
You just-
Feesh, toxic player.
No, I'm not.
Fish, just have a few conversations with me. I'll get it right out of you.
There
Don't
you
worry.
Well, thanks so much, Bill, for joining us, dude.
Absolutely. Thank you so
Yes,
much for
man.
having me.
No
Good luck
problem,
in
man.
your last match.
Thanks,
All
buddy.
right, have fun, Bill.
Have a great night.
All right, so that transitions us into the final game of the night, which is a Hero Series match between Turtle, who's 5-0, versus urmumked.
Mm-hmm. And this is already a match that's up 8-4 for ATL
Yep.
over Tonk if you're Corny.
10 to 8 for me.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
10-8. Oh, yeah, Blue played earlier. I got it
So we
right.
get-
Blue loss.
We got bans in already, too.
match.
I'll let you say him, Saku. Go ahead, buddy.
What do you guys think, real quick? Players are ready, too, so.
I mean, it's mirror classes. I don't know. I mean, this kind of looks like it could be double rogue or double warrior, but I'm not 100% sure what these players are thinking.
I think, well, I have an idea of what your mumked's banning.
Yeah, as your teammate, yes, of course.
I think Turtle probably bans the warrior. I think your mumked was going to ban the pally.
Okay.
So,
Saku?
it's double paladin ban.
Ooh,
Okay.
Turtle also went with the pally ban. You can't leave
grant
Turtle with
pally
pally.
for either player.
I don't know if you
No,
know this.
You can't give Turtle Paladin. I know.
Turtle has like 7,000 games on Broom Pally. It's not that much, but that man loves his Broom Pally. So
Yeah, for sure.
getting that banned and out of here is always a good choice.
Always a good choice. Yeah.
But outside of that, it's going to be a Druid, Rogue, Warrior, Mirror of classes here. And this is Hero, so we bounce over to the last Hero standing format. So you win with a deck, stays in, you lose with a deck, it gone, unlike what we've seen twice already tonight.
Yes.
Okay, so
Let's get these players started.
urmumked's going to be the first one to watch for our viewers.
Awesome.
Or
All right, spectate Turtle first. Got it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Reverse psychology. Okay. The good part of it is urmumked and Turtle are somewhat close.
Yep.
On our list.
Oh, I was like, and what?
They are.
Your destiny.
That is true.
Where?
They are
Who?
indeed. They are indeed right next to
them?
each other on my friends list.
All right, Paladin, or sorry, Rogue versus Warrior. I don't know why I said Paladin. I'm an idiot. Ignore me. And it looks like this is that aggro Rogue from urmumked, and then an Enrage Warrior for Turtle.
Home in the shadows.
Ooh, Turtle rocking that new Garrosh skin from the.
This skin sucks.
Yeah, I know. I'm not a big fan of it, but it's from the Book of Heroes.
Yep.
With Garrosh. All right. The damage starts from the rogue. It's up to the warrior to stop the damage from the rogue.
This Enrage Warrior, I'm trying to think of. I can put some weird counter lethals back onto the Rogue pretty fast though, because we still have like the
yeah.
risky skipper stuff, so like we can clear boards.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
then,
there's a skipper and an armor smith in hand, and a warm wall to remove one of
Yep.
to like remove the 3/1 here potentially. So we'll. But Swindle gonna come out from your mumked. Gets a nitro boost poison. We'll have to work on getting that corrupted.
I mean, it's gonna get
next
corrupted when we
turn.
play the sneaky. It's
Oh
all
yeah,
good.
for sure.
Okay, just sending 6 face.
Yeah. We're gonna see a skipper armor smith here on turn 3. Good play, removing a lot of the board and gaining some armor.
Yeah, we get 5 armor out of this, clear the board. I like this
Oh,
play
yeah.
from Turtle.
I like this play. This warrior deck traditionally does well against this type of rogue deck because of
As well
Skipper
into a lot of
Armorsmith.
aggro's because of Skipper
Yeah.
Armorsmith.
Skipper Armorsmith just destroys aggro.
Yeah, you want to do well into aggro's warrior? Put these 2 cards in your deck.
Yes.
What else do I need? Nothing.
Nothing
These
else.
2 cards.
Say no more.
Yeah.
But able
Mercenary
to
picked up for Turtle.
Battle Rage going to come down 4-3 on draw 3 on turn 4. I mean, I like that too. So it's just a lot of tools here for Turtle to use to remove the board, remove damage from your urmumked.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking about how he wants to go about this turn, we can.
Well, he doesn't want to play
Can-
these sneaky delinquents or the spectral delinquent because they just die.
Yep.
And sending 4 damage in that risky skipper feels so bad.
Yeah.
I wonder.
I think you almost have to, but it just
Yeah.
unless you want to wait a few more turns and try to force Turtle's hand to remove this risky skipper himself.
Choose soon.
He's just gonna go with. Okay, he was figuring out if he just wants to remove some stuff off the board, which he opts for. He opts for the 2 mana or 2 the uncombo eviscerate for 6 damage to face, removing most of the armor that Turtle has. But picked up, it looks like an evil quartermaster. It's going to be quite nice here, but
Yeah.
we're going to
No,
hold
we're
off
playing
play
the Sword
Sword Eater
Eater.
here.
Sword Eater's really good.
Sword Eater is so good in this matchup. It's big. It's just a big enough font that you can't really get through it without in the case of urmumked having to play or having to swing 6 into it if you even want to do that.
Yeah. All right. Well, there's Crab Rider. Got a cold blood
Yeah.
in hand for that eventually.
Mhm.
We clear up this risky skipper this turn if we also want to, but looks like your urmumked just passing the turn, leaving it up.
How was that skipper getting cleared?
The South Sea.
Yeah, but if he attacks with a weapon into the
Listen, man, I didn't think about that. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, Brute coming out here for Turtle. He's got big board, but 0 mana cutting class is pretty nice. See what it gets. Sinister Strike, Cold Blooded. Oh wow! So Scrabbriar can get pretty big when it comes if it even gets to come down.
Big, but it ain't doing much right now.
It ain't gonna get it. 4 health ain't enough against this board.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
It's just gonna die.
Yeah. It's just this is the same awkward position that your urmumked was in a couple of turns ago, with the skipper on board and all your things having 1 health besides the Crab Rider, which again just will die to the blood broil to the brute.
Yeah.
And even more so than that, if it doesn't get a cold blood, you can just play Warmaul Challenger and remove it that way.
So many options.
But at the same time, he could just play out the Crab Rider just to remove some of the pressure of on the board.
Choose soon.
Yeah.
It'll feel bad, but it'll save him quite a lot of health.
Yeah. I think this is just like a losing scenario regardless. Like,
Yeah,
the more damage you push into these minions, like, the less chance you have to actually, like, pushing through people.
Yeah. We're gonna just play out as much minions as... Oh, wow. Pushing the damage? Huh?
Yeah.
Yes. I'm gonna go for the remove
Because
there.
that risky skipper is going to die regardless.
Yeah. I guess that makes sense. You want to do some face damage, but the mercenary is going to be even more big minions on the board. Any draw of like a Shield of Honor, but your urmumked knows and he gets out.
Yeah, lethal on board, and he had no way of counter lethaling or trying to remove enough.
Yeah.
All right. So the warrior stays for turtle. Mumked's got to reassess. Does he bring his own warrior or does he bring the druid here? Druid it is.
He brings the
I must
druid.
protect those
Looks
like-
like it's the John Bray druid that I had earlier.
Yeah. I was having mixed success with this deck earlier on ladder.
I mean, I lost 3 games with it an hour or 2 hours ago.
That's true. That's true.
This deck feels strong sometimes, and then other times it's just like, oh.
It feels like the nature of druid, unfortunately, right now. Where you kind of everything has to kind of line up correctly. Maybe it'll work then, but anyways, get into this match. Sky Raider, first play for Turtle. He gets a Cobalt Sticky Finger, which will indeed be useless in this matchup.
Nah, man, it's a 5-mana 4/4. It's gonna smack face.
True, but
Go
you want to
get
play
there.
5-mana 4/4 when you have better plays?
It gonna get there.
Yeah, Ankar picked up off the Corsair cast. That is the good hit that this deck wants. It might be running another. Might be running Reaper Scythe as well.
Yeah, sometimes it
the
runs
correct-
that Reaper.
Yep. Ooh, he picked more and got a less, so he does not pick up that Breath of Dreams.
That always feels bad when there's like, it's like 3 cards, and
Yeah.
it's like how to. There's no way I draw one of these less. Oh, I drew one of the less. Okay.
Oh wow, he actually still drew one there.
Yeah, you still draw the card that you see.
Oh. Is there it's really it's your top deck, that's right.
Yeah, so yeah, so you
Oh,
always
he's gonna go
ban,
double breath
or you
here.
always like draw. If you don't guess it right, you'll draw that for turn.
I might have wanted to see the Overgrowth because of the Dreaming Drake getting corrupted that way.
This is fine too. Draw 2, and overgrowth.
For sure. The draw 2 part really makes it appealing.
Absolutely.
Right, Turtle has a massive, about a mid-sized board. We'll see. I don't think this deck runs much, removal. It just relies on making a lot of minions and kind of just being like, get there. Wouldn't be surprised if I saw something like Arbor Up, Lightning Bloom, Dream Drake, with an option to play the Anubisath on top of it. But we're gonna opt to play the Drake first, because it's still a 3-mana. Still a 3-mana.
It just loses 1 health. Out
Just
of this
loses
deal.
1 health. And this is that's a fine play.
Yeah.
Yeah. It spreads the Arbor Up buff a little bit more.
It's still roughly the same.
Yeah, it's roughly the same.
It's you just lost 1 health on your Dreaming Drake.
Yeah.
What now?
Turtle's gonna opt to set himself below 30 health, which is always good because then at that point your battle rage becomes active with your face, and that's always good.
Yeah, now you can start gaining all the armor.
Good for Sky Raider, but no Armor Smith to be played, so we're gonna go with the Brute here. 0 mana Brute is good, and it's still 0 mana if you trade that.
Yep.
Oh yeah, he wanted to remove it because he knew that he was gonna
Lose it anyways.
lose it.
Because this now allows the Quartermaster to trade into the Anubisath if he wants it.
Yeah, as well as a 4/1. Gonna opt to keep the health on the guy. Ooh, he's gonna play Shield of Honor. Trade. Okay.
Just trying to keep tempo on board. Don't allow the Druid to sustain anything.
For sure.
And
Yeah, that's how this warrior deck wins, is especially against this type of druid deck.
I wonder.
There's growth.
Yeah, let's just go to 10 mana, that way kind of anything you get
Survival.
works. Survival's pretty nice here.
Force 8's
but
also pretty nice.
I think the Force 8 is
Yeah.
better because it's a treant deck runs with treant stuff, so you kind of want to
Yeah.
play those.
It also works with your arbor ups and other
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Arbor ups and aeroponics, yeah.
Let's see.
I wonder.
Okay. Sword Eater. Probably just hero power to end this turn.
Yeah, I definitely would like to see hero power here. He's really chugging through his deck, but I mean, both players have quite a lot drawn at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's a nice Lunar Eclipse pickup there. You get to play the Force 8 for 6 mana, and then a free aeroponics.
Man. Druid just playing all the cheap stuff.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yes.
Umbral.
Umbral Owl is really nice here. Alright, guess the Defender. We'll get to play the Defender for free as well, potentially. How many?
Don't you love when your opponent plays 28 mana worth of cards in one turn?
Yeah, but for only the cost of 3 cards, I can
Yeah.
remove most of your board and gain armor.
This will break your
Yeah, this is really good here for Turtle. I guess to play 3 cards and remove the board.
Be a tough one for your mom to get back into it, but he's got some good cards. The Emerald Explorer, the Snaring Ward. As long as
Yeah.
he doesn't roll like I did earlier.
For sure. He
Ooh,
rolled. He rose Zeraku. He did roll a heal a little bit. He got the Zeraku.
I like Zeraku. Free
Yeah.
6/6s.
Oh yeah. He's gonna pillager for. He's gonna. Our turtle's considering pillaging back the Ankar.
Yeah. I like drawing through my deck.
Oh yeah. Get that cutting class draw. The Zeraku is gonna be a bit of a pain though. Can't really attack face. Can try to just trade off the minion. Gotta try to deal with trading minions. Meanwhile, you're taking the damage and your Mumked can trade off with minions to get extra 6/6s in the meantime. Bull's getting free 4/4 rushes. Definitely like the Emerald Explorer to put a taunt in the way.
Or we can play 2 taunts and the Umbral.
Yeah.
We don't get a hero power and make it 6/6, but I think that's fine.
No, you're making a lot of stats off of this. Ooh, Runaway Blackwing. I don't know if that's the pick, but it's definitely a nice minion. Gonna opt for the cheaper option of a Fairy Dragon.
Yeah, because he's
So
gonna
we
play this
can go
dragon with the owl.
Fairy
that hero
Dragon.
power.
Now we can hero power.
Mm-hmm.
Can clear off the Armor Smith. Hero power down to 1/1. Another 6/6 on board. It just. Yeah, he's just gonna methodically get rid of the higher attack minions.
I mean, you gotta assume there's no brawls in this deck or anything, or like
Yeah,
Barov, stuff
really
like
the
that,
only
so.
thing you're thinking of is Barov, and if you have that good on him, if they have the Barov. But
Yeah.
I still have so much on board and things that I can do after, considering I can make a bunch of 2/2s, and you've already seen the skippers.
Yep, those skippers gone, so
Yeah,
I trade a lot into this clears minions, but we do get a kill as Zeraku finally.
that is true. Zeraku is going to go off the board here, so no more 6/6s. He's very likely to just be trading this last one into one of the 6/1s, getting a little extra armor that way.
Made to
Mhm.
fit.
Ooh. It's always fun to see what people pick up for like packs on your friends list.
Yeah,
Random thought.
it's is looking rough for you, Monkhead.
It is, yeah. Especially with Rattlegore being in hand, Rattlegore can just come down soon.
Yeah. Copy Rattlegourds and just seal this game out.
Yeah,
His hand's not strong enough to try to counteract Turtle's hand, so
yeah,
looking for like a Ysera off the top and to draw into just
yeah.
some gnarly dragons, I guess.
Mhm. Definitely the overgrowth. I like that play here. It allows you to draw a card. Aeroponics is
Not bad. I mean, we can
it's
go.
fine. You can remove the arm. Yeah, you can remove the minions. Set that to 1/3, and then you can lightning bloom out the Forest Aid and Aeroponics. Oh, Ysera was picked up with the Nature Studies.
Okay, it's our way back into it right now, so we can't
Yeah.
cast it next turn.
Yes. There is a Reaper Scythe, and if with that Shield of Honor, it could definitely trigger, and you can clear a lot of this board up here with the Reaper Scythe spell burst coming out.
Yep. See what else he wants to do here. Maybe Tempo Sticky.
You know, yeah, maybe Tempo Sticky as well. I like Tempo Sticky.
Get him.
There's not much else to do there, so why not get that out?
I hope Nice Jewish Howl's in chat when
Yeah.
this Tempo Sticky gets played.
Yeah, he is. He's in chat.
The man loves his sticky fingers.
10 minutes ago in the game, he typed Tempo Sticky wins games.
Yeah, see?
Shout out to
Owl knows.
shout outs to
Barbara.
Nice Jewish Owl. Shout outs to Milo.
Bogbeam's not bad.
Nope, not at all.
So
You
we're gonna
trade one of those into or do you I guess you can arbor up, but as well.
Yeah, you can clear the board if you want and be left with 2 4/3s.
Yeah.
That's your end goal.
Mm-hmm.
You almost have to.
You can be left with
Time waits for no
with
one.
3 of them if he uses his face to trade, but he's gonna maybe opt for. Yeah, you can still do that. He doesn't have to trade there. He could use a hero power.
Yeah, but I think he's afraid
I
of.
guess he's just nervous about it being an
Corcron.
ETC. Is he nervous about it being an ETC variant possibly?
Yeah, or the Corcron combo kill.
Yeah,
So,
Corcron combo kill. Yeah, that's fine. All right, cutting class drawn. I think cutting class gets
kinda
played.
Yeah.
All right, this.
Curious if there's any inner rages in Turtle's list.
I mean, there's 3 cards left in deck. If there are, they're going to be drawn very shortly here.
Yeah.
And with a looming, we can see a Ysera in your Mumked's hand. You have to guess that's just what you play next turn.
Oh, absolutely.
So
Surprised we didn't see the Rattlegore slam from Turtle. Looks like he valued the tempo of the Brute clearing up a 4/4 more.
I got scolded for calling Sticky kind of useless in chat.
I must choose.
Here's what Turtle's thinking about here. Battle raging for 2.
I'm almost out of
Okay, there are
There's one in rage. There's double in rage in the bottom card.
So
that's a feels bad.
Mumked is dead next turn.
Yes.
Unless he plays the Dreaming Drake.
Yeah. He has to make the assumption that he's potentially dead. He might go with the carvings and the Drake here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's what he's gonna
So
go with.
Rizzy.
He is not gonna. No, he's not gonna overload because he wants to play Sarah next turn. Of course. Very
Does
nice.
that. do it. Double inner rage, 8. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Turtle has it here. We go. Corcron, inner rage, copy, and lethal.
Yes.
For the war chief!
Yep,
Took
Turtle's
all the way
goes
to the
back
end,
here
but you
and
got
checking
there.
everything. Yep.
Math checks out. That's 16 damage to face after double copy.
Your flaws are your
So
strength.
Turtle going up 2-0.
Flaws are your strength.
This
Now
and
it's
Rage Warrior pushing
down.
on.
Down to the road here.
Nah, Rogue's already gone.
Oh yeah. Down to
So it's just
the warrior mirror.
it's a warrior. Yeah, it's a warrior mirror. So I mean, who knows if your Mumked takes this one, he could it's the same type of deck. It could get through both of the rogue and the rogue and druid of Turtle. So it's not quite over.
Right. You just gotta play an interesting mirror depending on what
Yeah.
your Mumked has here.
Yep.
Come on, man.
No, I'm not gonna say it out loud. not gonna
No, it's
reveal
fine.
things.
He doesn't have to.
That is perfect.
We'll
I
see it.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
Ooh, a minefield and a brawl. This is a control-y variant. Or a bomb.
I don't want to reveal too much, Saku, in case some
No.
weird thing happens and people don't see the
I-
whole deck or
nobody.
whatnot, you know.
No need to
Yeah.
defend.
Well,
It's
I'm
all
seeing
good.
Skipper.
I'm defending. You
Skip-
came at me, Saku.
Oh my god.
Brawl, minefield barrel,
Oh my God.
Armor Smith telling me it's a control variant, perhaps a SirLos OTK coming out, or a bigger ETC version of the deck. Iron Beak Owl kind of given away.
I got a
Yeah.
23-hour
More
drive there to go
information.
see Brushy.
Nah, I'm coming to you. I gotta see Corden's new kid.
It's her too.
Now you can just look into Discord to see.
No. Gotta see with my own eyes.
Own eyes, yep.
I gotta see if it's as big as a tree yet. Just like Corden.
Not yet.
Not yet. Oh, Risky Skipper off the Sky Ritter. Not really what you want in this matchup. And there's the ETC.
All right,
Control ETC. It is here from your Mumked.
awesome.
This matchup is usually favored for the control side of the house, unless the enraged side draws its full like Corcron combo.
Mm-hmm. Well, if he plays out like last game, he'll get through his entire deck. But otherwise,
Yeah.
you're right. The control variant tend to beat out the faster variants of Warrior because of their ability to handle most boards pretty easily. So, got quite a few pieces already of ETC, or at least 2 of them in hand. But
Yeah.
that won't really be going on till late in the game.
Yeah, turn
Um,
10.
Yeah, by turn
But-
10 potentially. Yeah.
The chance that also like Turtle could somewhat armor up out of this if he realizes what kind of variant he's up against.
Yeah.
If I'm Turtle, I always assume ETC until
Mhm.
proven otherwise.
Yeah. Gets the
there's
Corcron. There's a Shield of Honor.
Another shield slam picked up here for your Mumked. Another 2 power. Probably Owl just to get rid of it in their hand because we're at 10 cards. Coin's
Yeah.
a little more valuable. Save this
For
coin.
sure.
This will break your
Ooh, Draconic Lackey.
on your wings.
Not a bad one. Try to keep pressure on the board. Skystalker's
Dragon
real good
Maw.
out of these options.
Definitely. Skystalker definitely the good option, and one that I probably would have picked myself as well. So
Alright, Brawl
Take that
here for your Mumked.
yes.
I don't even know if I want to Brawl this yet. This might just be a Hero Power Shield Slam something.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is only 6 damage, so Brawl's Brawl can get more use later.
Agreed. Yeah. I guess he might. I wonder if Owl was actually something to be kept. He hasn't seen the Rattle Gore.
I mean, so the thing about Rattle War against ETC combo is you already
You
have.
want them to play it so you can use that to combo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
So
you just
combo.
full combo
So Broom
into
picked
Rattle
up.
War.
Broom
Yeah.
picked up. We're getting there.
Because that's how I beat Priest as ETC Warrior. So I throw my Rattle War out there, let him steal my Rattle War.
Yeah.
And then I combo into my own Rattle War.
Very nice. I approve.
So-
All right. Sword Eater pickup seems like a good turn to Evil Quartermaster and Sword Eater. Gain some armor. Get a weapon up there as well. Ooh,
There's an
Season
argument to play the
Ethereal Lackey
Ethereal
here.
Lackey, but I think I like just the Sword Eater play here.
Yeah.
A diet high
Remove the. Just go ahead and remove the Risky Skipper from the board.
Yeah, that doesn't allow the Brute to come down in a weird interaction with one minion, then Brute. Makes Brute harder.
Yeah.
Makes you spend more mana.
Mhm.
Like we see here. Now I spend the full 6 to get the Brute out.
Yep. Battle Rage is only going to be 2. Very likely not for a while are we going to see
That Battle Rage
Turtle
will probably
power,
only ever
Turtle.
be the minions. I doubt
Yeah.
Turtle will ever turn into from face damage.
Yep.
So, or from our face being damaged.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so cutting class is very likely gonna be a bit before it gets played, just because your mom kid has full hand. So
Maybe
see
we
what
can
happens here.
coin
He's gonna
cutting class.
coin. We're seeing the Rattle Gore here potentially. Yes,
Like his play from your own kid.
I like it because
Yeah.
there's always now a backup who's just making a lot of Rattle Gores.
Yeah, which can also win the game.
Yes,
Because there's no ETC here from Turtle.
yes. So he's gonna go in and he's gonna treat off his Corcron. Or no. Whoa, he just wins?
Yes.
Wow, I didn't even see that.
Yeah, this is 22.
All right, that's lethal. It's over.
Flaws are your
Holy cow.
Turtle.
Turtle sweeping. I did not expect that.
As soon as you played the Corcron, I was like, oh, no. He's got it.
I wasn't. The hands, when the hands are that big and I can't see the hand, I will miss things so easily. Yeah. Wow, so just like that, Tonk takes the lead on the week. Now it just comes down to the final match, Matty Ebbs versus Skirt Reynolds. See if we can get
Yeah.
Turtle up here for a...
Yeah, let's talk to the 6-0
Interview.
Turtle. Started as a 3 seed, goes to 2 seed, still kicks some butt.
Yeah.
Tonk goes up 12-10. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep, just double checking with Turtle to see if he's got time. And the answer is yeah.
Or 3-1 to win the week.
Yes.
Continue the undefeated season. Let's talk Turtle. Get him in here.
Mhm.
Hey, Turtle.
Hey, Turtle.
Hey guys.
Get him out of here now. Just kidding.
Congrats on the win tonight, buddy.
Thanks.
In Rage Warrior, good.
This meta,
Yeah, and Rage Warrior really good.
yeah. This meta seems to be really agreeing with you, Turtle, or you just have it really well figured out, at least from the hero side of things. You know that?
Yeah, Hero's going really well for me.
Yeah.
Most of the other weeks I've just been sweeping with Paladin, but this week now ramp Paladin is a thing. So I feel like people are gonna start banning that a lot more. So that kind of nerfs Broom Paladin because I won't be able to play it as much. So
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna have to learn other decks. Because I
Yeah.
had no idea how to play in Rage Warrior before today, but Justin's in Rage Warrior looks good into your spread, bring it. So practiced a couple of games and I guess it turned out well.
Yeah, I mean, you swept with it. I guess you could say that's turning out well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You swept and you won twice with the Corcron combo. Something I've yet to do, almost ever, is get
Yeah.
a Corcron combo to win.
Yeah, that's the only way I know how to play in Rage Warrior. So I was really just banking on being able to combo with Corcron.
Yeah.
And worked 2 out of the 3 games.
Yeah. All right, so I can combo them for like 30 damage without ETC just by copying this charge minion.
Yeah, like who
Yeah,
needs
turns-
ETC combo when you just have Cork on a combo?
Exactly.
I mean, it's less cards and it's more versatile.
Less cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So it worked out. I mean, it worked out really well there. I mean, there were some games where your Mumked fought back against you really well. You spotted a very nice lethal in game 2 with the
Yeah, game 2 was like really tough. I was thinking whether to like battle rage on that last turn before I had lethal or like hero power. That's why I roped that entire turn. Yeah, but there were some like really hard decisions in game 2.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, at any point, if you let off the gas on the druid or don't slow down the druid whatsoever, then that druid there could easily just take it against you and out of nowhere and crush you right back. So
Yeah.
it was very well navigated by you when to use the Barov and stuff like that. So overall, very, very good game. I mean, nothing. We don't expect anything less from watching you come out here and play on stream.
Yeah, for
Except
sure.
The one thing we didn't get to see was the beautiful Broom Pally navigation.
Yeah, my specialty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe some other time when it doesn't get banned.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it once this season, and it swept me. So it's funny that you played us twice, Turtle, and 2 different seeds, and you've swept both your ATL opponents.
I guess here was just my format.
Yeah, I mean, you come as specialty with one of the decks, and the deck doesn't get banned, and you're like, "Ooh, all right, well, I'm gonna bring that, and I'm gonna crush you with it." Your win puts Tonk if you're Corny up 12-10 on the week against ATL, possibly handing them their first loss of the season. Which confidence level in Skirt Reynolds to close out this week against Matty Ebbs? You think you got a good game plan for him? Think he's going to take it?
Matty Ebbs is like a pretty strong 5 seed, but Skirt's been putting in work. He's been performing really well recently, so I think he has a pretty good shot in taking this win.
Mm-hmm. All he needs 2 wins. So even if he loses, as long as he picks up 2 wins, the week will end in a tie. So 2 wins or better from Skirt gives a tie or a win to Tonk. So that's,
I have faith in Skirt. I think he'll pull through for us.
Yeah, Matty Ebbs is kind of cheating in the 5 seed, but
Yeah, but like
right.
we have Skirt Reynolds.
I mean,
next best thing.
Yeah, I mean that's the coolest name. When he played earlier on stream against Feesh like week 2, I was like, yo, I love this dude's name.
Oh yeah, when he swept me earlier in the season.
Sorry, Feesh.
Last time wasn't a sweep. I fought back. I fought back last time, almost won, but yeah, I'm struggling. Hero, I'm still trying to figure out some stuff.
Yeah,
but yeah, anyways.
Any words on the match, Turtle? Any other shout outs or anything like that you want to give here? You got the floor here in the casting booth.
Just buy Dogecoin, taking it to the moon. Other than that, not much.
I'm ready way ahead of you on that one. I've been on that one for like a year now. So
let's go.
Let's go, Dogecoin. All right, Turtle. Well, appreciate you stopping by and chatting it up a little bit here in the booth, and appreciate you letting us stream your match here tonight against your Mumked.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. You have a wonderful night and a great weekend.
You too. See you guys.
Thanks, Turtle. Take care, man. Wow.
Well, folks, that does it for us. Forgot to say, the one tough thing about interviewing people after sweeps is there's really no questions to really ask of them. Like,
yeah,
you got it. Like, you had the thing,
Yeah, I mean, you had a tough one and it took your entire deck to win the second game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
so,
still fun to watch. Still fun to cast.
Oh, yeah. Definitely fun. In the last game, I was just genuinely surprised about the how it ended up
Feature
coming
probably
out.
just as surprised as your Mumked was getting lethal there.
It's like, what?
I just wasn't paying attention. I just at that one moment I wasn't looking at Turtle's hand to see that there was lethal.
Yeah.
22 damage.
That's gonna do it for us. 3 amazing matches here tonight. 2 game 5s, 1 sweep.
3 casters and a partridge in a pear tree. Yes.
That's you and Feast. You guys are the partridge in a pear tree.
Yeah. He hard carried me again. So I'm
just tuna that got his butt whooped on stream and then casted for some reason. But anyways, folks, anything for you, Feast, to round out the night?
Nah, man. Other than just tune into Schoolstone tomorrow, we've got a couple good matches. One Legacy, one Wild. Whole
When will
bunch
that
of
be
different
starting?
casters. It starts at 3 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. I will be opting, and Marty and I will be casting the first game, and then Jailstorm will be making his casting debut alongside Memnarch. Well, I don't think Memnarch's new to casting for THL, but yeah,
He is
Jailstorm is. So they'll be doing a wild match. The first match will be Legacy between two gold. They'll be gold conference matches between, I think it's Agent and whoever he's playing from his opposing team. I don't have the match pulled up.
I know Salty Saturday is still looking for matches because Donde's a scrub and we're going for matches. So if you want tomorrow night on Salty Saturday, please hit up Donde, myself, Saku, Doctorfeesh. Literally anybody. We'll point you to the right people.
Awesome.
So it's
Get at us.
You got like 6 people you can ping, and one of us will get you to the right person. So
Yeah.
you know. But Saku, any final words from you?
No, other than keep tuning in this weekend. Lots more matches to watch. And we'll see you back here sometime soon. Tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah. See you tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern THL. Y'all have a wonderful night.
Yep. Take care, everybody.
You are not.
This guy's toast.